You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Word up. Word up and word life. We're all set to drop the hammer on this here Wednesday program. Welcome to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Yeah, it's the Wednesday. We're planning on just closing our eyes and hitting the gas pedal and hoping for the best. We got company dropping by later. Television star Janel Klein, along with former Division III athlete and world-class entertainer C. Willi Myles. And, of course, Ashley's incredibly thirsty breast pump, again, will make an appearance around 7:30 or so.
It went really well yesterday.
I thought so, too. And you know what, Josh? You know this is true. I've shared airtime with live human beings over the years who are a lot less interesting than a battery-operated milk pump.
Yeah, I know. I could probably come up with a couple of names.
So I don't mind. I don't mind that the breast pump is part of the program. I've shared airtime with worse.
How you feeling right now?
Good?
I don't know.
Good?
I'm a little tired.
I'm sorry, I meant Ashley, but I am
Could
curious.
use something to eat. What?
Sure. Well, you don't like to eat this early in the morning. It's strange to me.
He decided to wake up a little bit earlier today.
So you're feeling not
Nick
so
or your
burdened?
kid?
The kid.
Oh.
Yeah, I woke up at 2:30 this morning. So as long as I can make it past, as he can make it past 2 a.m., then I'll be all right.
You're
Because that
solid?
guarantees at least 4 hours.
Mom needs her sleep.
Yeah, but then once you're up, it's way too difficult to go back to sleep. You guys know this.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, maybe I don't know that.
No, you're pretty good at that?
If you accidentally woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I could go back to sleep.
Yeah, but what if you had to do like an activity? Like, I got to feed him and then I have to pump after feeding him.
I can still go back to
really?
sleep. Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
I can
I
still
can't
go.
risk that.
Yeah, my wife's like you, where she'll wake up to pee, and because all of a sudden I'll see the glow of her phone as she's scrolling TikTok or playing Candy Crush or something like that.
Yep. Actually,
after that, she's done.
What
She's
I
awake.
did this morning since I was up is I watched those 2 new episodes of Chad Powers.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Is it dumb or is
It's
it good?
hilarious.
Is it really?
Yeah, I was having to hide my laughter, like laugh into a pillow, so I didn't wake up my husband and the baby because it's good. I love it.
Now, Dana was telling me there's a particular cameo.
Dude.
In the first 5 minutes of the first episode.
They
I was
decided to throw the Haktua girl in there.
I was like, you got to be kidding me.
It's kind of late.
It
the bit's
is.
done at this point.
Big time.
As if I couldn't already hate the idea of this show anymore. Now you tell me that friggin' gal showed up in the first 5 minutes of episode 1?
Yep.
Forget it.
It's like before they even establish any characters, like there's the Hawk Tua girl. That was their big lead-in.
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
Did they reference her, or did you just recognize her?
No, they reference her.
So they bring up who she is.
So the Chad Powers character is kind of acting like a big shot at this club, and he calls her Hawk, and she's like, I have a name, by the way. That type of thing.
It's Haley Welch, Dana. Gosh.
You were watching the new program last night, the Chad Powers Show.
Yeah. It was. I definitely recommend it.
Well,
it's
here's
really
the thing.
funny.
Here's the thing. I don't know anything about the television show. I just know that the bit, the origin of this show was that bit that Eli Manning pulled off a couple of times, which I just thought was the weakest, stupidest effing prank I'd ever seen in my life.
Just
so
odd, more than anything.
Yeah.
It was just so dumb. I mean, they didn't even make any effort with the name. Mm-hmm. Right? Because at the time, they already had that television show with Kenny Powers.
Yep.
And then they go ahead. The Eli Manning thing, I guarantee they worked it out in 10 minutes, right? So anyway, when I heard about the show being based on Chad Powers, I immediately said, oh, for Christ's sake, please. Because my only reference is what Eli Manning put together. I don't know what the television show is about, if it's really seriously based on the original. Who cares?
So you think it's funny?
Yeah,
Dana, what were your thoughts?
It's dumb, but in a funny way for sure. You know, like I'm watching it, I'm like I shouldn't be enjoying this as much as I am, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I do like Glenn Powell.
I do too.
Although he's becoming the new Chris Pratt, where he seems to be in everything. They're
Yeah, that's
throwing
a
him
good
in a lot of
point.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was excited because, I mean, Glenn Powell, hubba.
Word.
But he obviously has like a fake
whatever.
face situation, so that kind of killed it because they make him ugly.
I was thinking about that last night too, Ashley, because there's a movie called She's the Man with Amanda Bynes in it, and she plays like a dude soccer player the whole time, like one of the most beautiful women at the time, Amanda Bynes, and they had her just dressed up as a guy playing soccer the whole movie. It's
Yeah.
kind of a waste.
Don't do that to me.
Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the new Chad Powers program. I am. You know, not everything is for everybody.
What a diplomatic way to phrase that.
I'm becoming more diplomatic. That's what I'm going for. Okay, so what else is going on around here? We got did you hear about this new work trend? Tell me how you'd feel if this made its way into our building. We already got a breast pump here, for Christ's sake, you know.
By the way, Coors
we
Light.
might as well keep going. What?
Coors Light in Copenhagen, Jesus recommends that we come up with a name for the breast pump.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, let's come up with something.
So far, he recommends Seymour.
Seymour?
Seymour.
Like Seymour boobs?
Well, it's spelled like the name, so I don't know if that's the joke. Yeah, like we'd like to see more or what.
The pump is a mom cozy pump. I don't know if there's anything there.
That's
what
what
about
it's called?
Donald Pump?
Nah.
That was just my first try.
I understand.
Yeah, just trying
You
to
got to start somewhere.
stay current. Trying to stay current. What about this? What if this crept into the works around here? No shoes at work.
I've seen it.
You have?
Yeah, certainly. We worked with a guy who didn't like to wear shoes.
Oh, right. I guess I was thinking more, Josh, widespread. You know, widespread.
I've seen it with salespeople here when they're sitting in their cubicles. Mostly the women, getting out of their uncomfy shoes. Definitely seen that around here, but
yeah.
not like anybody walking around, probably because of how gross our floors are. That has something to do with it.
In the last month or two of my pregnancy, there was a lot of times where I wasn't wearing shoes because I had a messed up foot.
We're not going with Pumpy McPumpface. Stop it. I should have seen it approaching, and I did not. Nothing with the McPumpface and Pumpy Mc. No, we're not going. Forest Pump is a decent one.
I like that one.
People are texting in what we should name Ashley's breast pump, which is a great idea. We're going to come up with a good one. So the new gimmick going around, no shoes at work. You're either barefoot or you're in your socks.
Oh, the barefoot. That's too far.
Yeah, we've
It kind
covered
of says you're a free spirit, right?
Yeah, a little hippy dippy.
I suppose. Yeah.
Like if there's like your stereotypical corporate individual, right? Your power business person walking around without shoes or socks, that look kind of weird compared to one of your more free-spirited coworkers.
Yeah, it used to scream hippie if you were walking around without your shoes and socks on, and that was certainly the case with the dude that Josh was referencing a couple minutes ago. 30 years ago, 25 years ago, we worked with a guy who would quite openly walk around the building in just his bare feet. Very hairy feet. This dude grew hair in places where you shouldn't. And even the tops of his feet had some, more than just a little bit of hair down there. Yeah, it was something to see.
Oh, here's a good one from a listener on the breast pump. Sir milks a lot. That's great.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, Fortune Magazine did a story. A couple other websites did a story and says this is happening. the hot new trend is no shoes being worn. I mean, an office setting, obviously, if you've got a real job where shoes, work beats isn't a thing, where shoes and work boots are necessary. This is an office type of a setting we're talking about.
Kind of seems like something that would happen in Silicon Valley at some of those startup companies, those tech companies.
Like at Google or something?
Yeah.
That's exactly what is happening here, Dana. Well, first off, it says here more and more companies are banning shoes at work. You can wear socks, you can wear slippers, or you can go barefoot, leave your shoes at the door. And it's to make the office feel more relaxed and collaborative. It makes people less anxious. And then they specifically mention tech companies in Silicon Valley have been doing this for years and years and years and years.
Yeah, where they have like nap pods and things like that.
Ping pong tables and kegerators in the kitchen because we're the cool, quirky company. We don't have stairs. We have slides we go down.
My God. Sounds like fun. I love going without shoes. You know that. So I would be totally cool if we walked in tomorrow and the boss said, hey, look, no shoes allowed. I'd say, hell yeah. The rest of you wouldn't be so excited about me walking around without shoes and socks because my feet are obscene. They're disgusting. They're awful. But I'd be totally cool with this. I go as long as I can without putting on shoes and socks.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. This guy that we worked with who would walk around barefoot, he would, like, outdoors. He talked about, like, how we'd, on the city bus, wherever he was.
I don't remember that. He's walking around the sidewalk?
Yeah, he said, like, he talked specifically about the bus for whatever reason. He'd get on the bus and he just had a thing where he didn't want to wear shoes or socks.
And I don't either, but that just sounds like a good way to hurt yourself.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm kind of surprised with businesses. Everybody's so litigious these days and worried about lawsuits and stuff. You'd think they'd basically want you to wear a suit of armor so you can't sue the company if you get a staple in your foot or something.
Broken glass and heroin needles all over the place. I just took my shoes off. I did. And I'm going to see how it feels. It feels pretty good.
Are you wearing socks?
No, hell no.
Another suggestion for Ashley's...
You can't see over here.
For the breast pump, Ashley's breast pump, from Steelers fan Jesus, how about Happy Milkmore? Happy Milkmore, we got Sir Milks-a-Lot.
We're getting there, I
Some
think.
good ones coming in.
I think we're getting there. So anyway, the downside of an office full of people without shoes and socks, awkwardness is what they say here. Hygiene issues.
Sure, athlete's foot.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were told in our dorm you got to wear at least flip-flops.
Yep.
Anywhere you go, even in the showers. Everywhere you go.
Especially the showers.
Yep.
Everywhere you go.
I got that once from the gym that I go to. I think it was from when I would go tanning. Obviously, I would take my shoes and my socks off, and because that was the only time I was ever barefoot at the gym. And yeah, ever since then, the athlete's foot is so bad. And Nick, I know that you know how much it sucks.
So wait a minute. Are you telling me that you got athlete's foot and it went away?
Yes, it did, thankfully. But to this day, when I go tanning, I have the funniest tan lines because now I refuse to take my shoes and socks off when I go in the tanning bed. So I'm just like butt naked, but I have my shoes and socks on.
You look like you're going to run the naked marathon.
I have NAF foot. I've never had athlete's foot. I had to go NAF foot.
Non-athlete's foot?
Yeah, it's more foul than that. My daughter would always call me a NAF, which isn't very
What
funny.
is a NAF?
Non-athletic and then F word.
Oh.
Effer? Like an effer?
Just plain without the ER.
Oh.
You're a non-athletic F.
Ashley, I caught athlete's foot in 8th grade, and it still has not left me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Have you tried tough actin, tenactin? and all
I
the
tried
different...
every friggin' thing. I urinated on my feet for a stretch of time in the
Yep.
shower. I did every effing thing you've ever heard of, and I still have it from 8th grade effing swim class.
Oh, that feels so good, though, to like spray that cooling stuff on it.
So it's just stingy and itchy? Is that the gist?
It's not stingy. Well, it just itches like a bastard, and it oozes and it smells bad. The stinging comes, Josh, after you itch it for too long.
Yeah.
It's hard to stop. There's got
Is that the worst? Like, there's certain things you get, a bug bite or whatever, and they tell you not to scratch it, but that's all you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to explain. If you haven't had athlete's foot, it's difficult to explain how unbelievable it feels when you're finally able to attack your athlete's foot and scratch it and itch it and rub it. It's hard to explain how good it feels and how difficult it is to stop. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I was itching and scratching and rubbing to where I almost ended up in the emergency room. Like, you'll tear the skin right off the bone.
Yep.
Because it just doesn't feel like enough. It's like a dog that attacks its hot spot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until the dog is bleeding and miserable. That's how bad it can be. I once went ice fishing and, dead of winter, never took off my boots or socks the entire time because it's colder in the sumbitch outside the fish house. We slept in the fish house for 3 days, kind of a thing, up on Lake Mille Lacs. So, obviously, I'm not going to take my shoes and my boots and socks off. Some guys would get down to their socks in the fish house. But this is before they had the carpeted fancy fish houses, in the fish house. Just wood floor, wet with beer and lake water. So I never removed my boots and my boots and socks for 3 days. And I finally got, in my athlete's foot, I never really thought about it till I got home and took off my boots and socks. And it was red hot. Like, I needed to get after it. And when I did, my neighbors surely must have thought I was playing with myself or something. Because when I finally got after it and started scratching away at that spot, I literally was just, It can be so brutal. I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about. So I suppose that would be an issue. If everyone's walking around barefoot at work, you're probably going to end up spreading athlete's foot from one end of town to the other. All right. And there are other problems, I'm sure. This is the first of your 5 chances today to win $1,000 with the 5K a day jibber jabber. This is big money here, son. Nothing to sneeze at. 6 a.m., 10 a.m., noon skis, 2 p.m., 6 p.m. Be listening for sure then. Right now, text the national keyword change to 95819 to enter for a chance to win. The national keyword is change. The number is 95819. We'll text you back to confirm your entry. Data and messaging rates may apply. Don't text and drive, for Pete's sake. Good luck. What else did they say here about going without shoes at work? Oh, I had it here somewhere. Here it is. What feels casual for some might feel unprofessional or even uncomfortable for others. Sure. I'd be fine with it.
Wouldn't bother me at all.
No.
Like I said, I just don't like the bare feet.
I know you don't.
That's too much. And I would be irritated because I would have to keep my toenails painted all the time.
Oh, you'd want to make them look nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've considered that.
They look weird when they're not painted.
You think so?
Yeah, or at least for me.
Yeah, well, you're used to. You've been doing that since when?
Oh, gosh, as long as I can remember.
Right. I've considered it.
Painting your toenails?
Yes.
You should do it.
Because they're yellow
Yes.
at this point?
Yeah. I've considered just painting them.
A brighter shade of yellow, maybe?
So it looks like it was on purpose.
Well, yeah. What's that? Oh, I see. Dana, a brighter shade of yellow.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to do it that often because...
I'm never going to do this, but I've looked at them and thought, I mean, I don't know. Should I just paint them black or paint them white? Or I would
Well,
never...
I can tell you, like in middle school, some of the girls would use white out. on their nails.
Yeah.
Try and bring that back.
I remember
Really?
that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I
In
would
the middle of class.
I would never go with red or pink or purple or something that would just look.
That'd be so cute, though.
Some would maybe call it cute, but I've just considered. I don't know what to do. I should just cut them off.
You can
Your
have them permanently
your
removed.
toenails?
Or your toes.
I've heard of that. You can have your toenails permanently removed. I've heard of that.
That'd be so weird,
But
dude.
it is. It's better now that my feet are in better shape now than they've ever been.
Have you ever considered a pedicure?
Yeah, I got one once. It was miserable.
Was it?
What do you mean by that?
It was just hurt and it was
really?
stupid and it.
Don't
Yeah.
they take some sandpaper to your feet and stuff, or is that maybe something different?
Yeah, you get the whole, they massage your calves and all that. I can't do them. I'm way too ticklish.
I don't remember much about it because this was easily 20 years ago. A gal talked me into it. And
A lot of stories start that way.
yeah,
Sure do.
she thought this would be the springboard to finally correcting my disgusting, awful, crooked, yellow feet. And I went along with it, and all I remember, Josh, is it was just uncomfortable and painful. And there's a lot of squeezing, and it didn't feel good at all.
You know, if anybody gives you crap for painting your nails, they can't give you crap if you just do it camo. I mean, that'd be a manly way to get your nails painted.
You would have to go to a professional for that.
Or they could just do press-ons. Just do some press-on camos.
I never thought about that.
The French tips.
You could write something cool on there.
What else could we do? I mean, let's say we wanted to come up with a new casual approach to work, but we didn't want to go bare feet. What anything else? Is there anything?
Well, we could do like shirts and skins for meetings.
Yeah.
Mandatory sweatpants.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I mean, maybe that whole pajama pants trend that the kids in school are doing, maybe they could do that in the workplace.
I can't feel normal or comfortable in pajama pants. I've tried a few times in my life. I just cannot feel like an adult walking
what about
around.
Zubas? Could you feel pretty cool
I
in
hated
Zubas?
those friggin' things.
Oh, even when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. There were.
Oh, I wanted some so bad,
They
like
were-
the NFL ones or
Yeah.
the wrestling ones.
Yeah, you were a little kid, though. I mean, I think Zubas hit at a point where I could see how you'd want your Viking Zubas.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
all that.
so bad.
It takes practice, Nick. You just got to keep doing it until you're comfortable.
But I've tried. I've tried it a few times. And I do catch hell about this from some people that you could catch me at 2 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I'm wearing pants. I'm wearing jeans or on certain occasion, what do you call them, cargo pants. I just cannot feel right. When I've put on pajama pants and looked at myself in the mirror, it just looks silly.
I've never owned a pair or a pair of sweatpants.
Wow.
Never once.
Sweatpants I was okay with when I was in high school.
That's a life I just don't want to live.
Without sweatpants?
Yeah.
Well, don't they always say, like, you've given up if you wear sweatpants?
Yeah.
Is that gone away now with the
No.
prevalence of pajama pants?
No, some people still feel that way. I dated somebody that was like you, Nick, where they, like if they had to run to the gas station quick. They wore like sweatpants around the house once they got home and got comfortable. But if they had to go to the gas station real quick, they would take the time to put on jeans. And I'm like, who cares? No one's going to see
Yeah,
it.
I got nobody to impress at the gas station.
But the guy must maybe be similar to me, where he just doesn't feel normal.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't feel normal wearing a little pair of plaid pajama pants. I don't get that.
You don't get your Christmas pajamas
that
on
look. That
every
look
year?
is just so awful. It's just so you look. I look like a giant 5-year-old.
Honestly, yeah, me picturing you in sweatpants or pajama pants, it doesn't seem right.
No.
There's people texting saying, Nick, you should try it again, getting a pedicure. Give it another shot.
I don't think it's going to happen,
My
Brock.
wife thinks she's running a scam. Or I shouldn't say thinks. She's running a scam, and she thinks I'm not onto it. She gets a lot of her girlfriends pedicures or manicures. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, yeah, I bought this pedicure for so-and-so, so we're going to go get pedicure. She always somehow is a part of it. So it's kind of a gift for her more than anything.
Because
That's smart.
She's running a scam, and she thinks that we're not onto her.
she enjoys it.
Oh, she loves it. Absolutely loves it.
Oh,
She said that there's guys all the time when she goes to those things. It's not uncommon anymore for guys to get manicures or pedicures.
I always see older men when I'm at the nail salon, like talking like around 80 years old, because they can't really like take care of their feet anymore, so they go and get it done there.
That makes sense.
Is that right?
Magic playing Machinist Jesus thinks we should have a pajama party at the Border Bash coming up here in just a couple of weeks, now that we're in October.
I couldn't do it.
Tickets are still available, I believe, on 93x.com if you're interested in joining us.
We need to get an update on that. How we doing with the Border Bash? Let's just go ahead and assume there's still a spot or two available. And
I know communication isn't the best in this building, but I'd assume they'd tell us, hey, it's all sold out. They did that with the boats, so should be good if you still want to go.
October 16th through the 18th, we're all going out to Turtle Lake Casino. Thursday night, a little drinking, a little jaw-jacking, maybe a bite to eat. Friday morning, terrible live broadcast.
Pointless, you might say.
Gambling, skirt chasing, couple of fistfights in the damn parking lot, maybe. I don't know. Live music. Who do we got showing up for the live music?
Alien Ant Farm and Puddle of Mud, Friday night.
More than anything, we just have a good time hanging out, placing some bets. I'm bringing a few of my pals with me. It ought to be something. So if it's
always a good time.
If it's a bit you've been considering, go ahead over to our website. We'd love to have you. All right, we might as well move forward with this operation. Our company again later is going to be Willi Myles and Janel Klein, and of course Randy Shaver will duck in. Oh, and Brad Ryder. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, big day.
Stupid news coming up next on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled to Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yeah, stupid news. Do we have no control over the volume of that intro?
I think we have control.
It is just the loudest thing in the entire...
that intro likes to rock, I guess.
Dude, and then it just ends cold. I like the way it ends cold. I do. Stupid news coming right up, but before we go in that direction, let me blow through some text messages from our effing outstanding listening audience. Ashley is a new mom, if you haven't heard, and she gets to wrestle a breast pump every morning. Live on the air. Thankfully, live on the air. We get to be ringside for her milk pumping every day from here on out. And it's hilarious. A listener texted in and said, by God, if this breast pump is going to be a reoccurring character, we have to give it a name. And that's a great idea. Here are some suggestions from our listening audience. Tell me what you think of these suggestions. Do you like Jurassic Park Milk Squirter 2001?
That's a good one.
All right, I'm going to set that one aside. Maybe we'll call it the Jurassic Park Milk Squirter.
I don't know
2001.
If Ashley and Dana have been here long enough to get that reference. Do you guys understand that?
No, I don't.
I was just laughing at the word milk squirter.
It's just a funny combination of words. I don't get the reference behind it.
I'm going to play. There's a clip we used to play. And I forgot, was it even before 2001 when this clip came out? I remember it was the wrong year when it was a viral news video.
I think it was before 2001, but yet this character was clever enough to, I guess, see into the future somehow.
Yeah, they're talking about a fire, and he's explaining what the firemen brought.
They came back with the Jurassic Park Water Squirter 2001.
That's the classic edition now.
There was a fire downtown at a club or something, if I remember correctly. And the local news is putting the mics in people's faces who were there, who escaped the fire. And that dude dumped that all-time classic line in reference to, of course, a fire engine.
So to the person who sent that text, thanks for listening so long. I appreciate you bringing back that memory. That's a great clip.
All right, what do you think of simply the mother sucker?
Not bad at all.
Lucky bastard.
That's good.
What do you think about that for the name of Ashley's breast pump? That brings me back again. Here we go. We're going to have to go back. Many years ago, a buddy of mine borrowed me a porno movie. It happens. Buddies borrow buddies' porno movies. Dude hands me the DVD. And it wasn't so much, hey, you need to watch this porno movie. It was, you need to see the title of this porno movie. He hands me the DVD. On the cover, it's one scrawny little dude, kind of like, what was the character's name in Basketball?
Squeak.
Squeak, or Squeaks, whatever his name was from Basketball. Skinny little, tiny little dude, right? Surrounded by, 65 naked women. And in the movie, it was strictly this little scrawny bag of bones dude pumping away on all these women at once, right? And the title of the movie was Lucky Bastard. So that's not a bad idea.
What about Suckleberry Finn?
Pretty cute.
I like that one. Earlier, somebody recommended Sir Milks-a-Lot. I thought that was very good, too.
This must be a woman who texted in and maybe has had her own wrestling matches with breast pumps. This has got to be a woman who recommended this name. The Desensitizer 3000. Does it have a desensitizing effect, Ashley?
No, if anything, I think it's the opposite.
Oh, really?
Makes everything very sensitive. Oh.
Is it weird? Does it feel weird?
Yeah. I think it's weirder, like, actually having the baby latched on, though. Because sometimes if he's, like, super pumped and super hungry, you can, like, actually feel it, like, coming out. For the most part, though, you can't really, you don't really get that, like, pulling feeling.
How about this, Josh? One Swedish breast pump used.
That's
and then
good, too.
What direction would you go in that moment?
Oh, that's not mine.
It's not
baby.
mine. Finally, at least for this round of suggestions on names for Ashley's breast pump, simple enough and pays tribute to one of the finest guests we've ever had in studio in the history of this radio program. Cubby, we could just call it Big Papa Pump.
Well, that's good, too, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of geniuses out there texting in.
Oh, we have a very bright crowd. Before we get into the stupid news report, one more text, and it has nothing to do with boobs or pumps or milk or anything, because there's a limit on that kind of a talk. Good morning, he says to me. I've noticed you like to roast towns and cities outside of Wayzata. Yes, I do. I do enjoy roasting other towns. Lately, I've been going after Blaine for obvious reasons. I hate Egan. I hate Bloomington. This guy goes on to say, would you mind roasting Hastings? It's a garbage city. Yeah, I'll go after Hastings.
Oh, really? I like Hastings.
You got it.
What doesn't he like about Hastings?
He just says it's a garbage city. Yeah. And I'm with you. I don't know if I agree with you. I haven't spent much time in Hastings. All I'm saying is, yes, I will roast them. I will do that for you. Someone texted in and said, Squeaks is a little bitch.
Yeah.
He couldn't get a chick if he had a $100 bill hanging out of his zipper.
Yeah. They were mean to Squeaks.
He really put up with it, though.
They made him sleep in a drawer. He's a grown man. They made him sleep in a drawer like a what do you call those things, Josh? Like a dresser.
Yeah.
They made him sleep in the...
Oh, that's a great couch. Does it pull out in bed? Oh, yeah. Totally great bed.
He did.
But that's Jenkins' bed. You're sleeping in the drawer.
He did have a limit, though, for as much as he put up with.
I can't believe those asswipes fired you for not shutting off our gas for 6 weeks.
It was losing the truck that pissed him off the most.
Well, you can camp out here for a while.
Well, this is pretty sweet. Does this couch fold out to a bed?
Yeah, totally great bed. But that's Jenkins' bed. Your bed's over here.
Dude, that is so f***ing weak. How am I supposed to get a chick in that?
No, don't worry, dude. You couldn't get a chick if you had a $100 bill hanging out of your zipper.
Yeah, I could.
No, dude. You're a little bitch.
I am not. I don't even know why I hang out with you guys.
Because you're a piece of shit.
I am not a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, but you're a little bitch. Sure.
Damn it, man. I swear you guys rip on me 13 or 14 more times. I'm out of here.
Hey, that's all he's going to put up with.
He's got a friggin' limit. All right, on to today's report. Let's begin with some young fellers out in Texas. Well, these guys are some real cutie pies. For cripe's sake, they beat the piss out of each other because of that Netflix operation. Netflix, the movie channel or whatever it is. You guys ever...
Yeah, I use Netflix.
We're familiar.
Sure.
Relatively big name in the streaming industry, sure.
Couple, three guys in Texas, young fellers, they beat the living hell out of each other because of that Netflix. Now, they're all going to jail. It turned out to be a Netflix prank gone sideways. And there was even some gunfire included in here because, damn, man, it's Netflix. Here's the deal. 20-year-old bag of puke in San Antonio, Texas. He tuned in that Netflix last week and realized someone had changed his username. It's not clear what it was changed to, but the local cops said the username was switched to some sort of insult, like, say, someone changed his username to ugly dickhead or something along those lines, right? So he turns it on.
That's kind of common at my house. I'll do that with my son's login on Netflix.
Okay, yeah, how do you...
It's just, you have a profile. Like, either I'll put a stupid profile picture of him up there, or I'll change it to, like, Mama's Boy or Douchebag, something like that.
Oh. You're part of this game.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, it is good times.
The 20-year-old bag of puke, he decided that two guys he knew were the ones who changed the username on him. He decided it was a 19-year-old kid called Brian Reynolds and an 18-year-old by the name of Anthony Constant. Bag of Puke called those two fellers on the telephone, and he said he felt disrespected by the prank. They disrespected him, Cubby.
People don't put up with disrespect anymore.
Oh, that's a common problem with people these days. Oh, God help us, you better not ever show any lack of respect, even though they've done nothing to earn anyone's respect.
Yeah, sometimes the bar for themselves is pretty high.
Yeah. Respect used to be something you earned. Now, even if you're the biggest garbage pile in town, everyone, and I mean everyone, better show them respect. So anyways, 20-year-old bag of puke, he felt greatly disrespected by the fact that two other dudes changed his Netflix password to butt plug eater or whatever it was.
It's odd to me that he wouldn't appreciate the humor in that.
Yes, well, he's 20 and dumb as a box of rocks, I would imagine. So he agreed to go ahead and fight both of them. 20-year-old bag of puke against 19-year-old Brian and 18-year-old Anthony. So they met up and they started swinging. Anthony and Brian, the two guys who effed with the Netflix account, they had a gun on them. A bonus. They had a gun on them. And one of them used it to pistol whip the bag of puke guy.
Ow.
Did clonk right over the...
I've always
bet that
wanted
hurts.
to pistol whip somebody.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You've
That's
always
cool.
wanted to pistol whip.
Yeah.
Well, I have a friend who got pistol whipped at a frat party in Milwaukee, and he wouldn't recommend it. Not whatsoever.
No, I bet you walk away from that with a little bit of a headache.
Oh, yeah, he went down, that's for sure.
They pistol whipped the dude. A shot was fired, apparently by mistake. The story here says they're all fighting over the gun at one point or another during this one-on-two fist fight. They were fighting over the gun. The gun fired on accident. A bullet ricocheted off the ground and hit one of them.
Ah.
But they're okay. All three of them involved, they fought like dogs. one of the dudes, Brian, he got pretty tuned up. In his mugshot, they were all arrested and taken to jail. In this Brian guy's mugshot, his face is pretty lit up.
It's clear who the loser was
Oh,
in
yeah,
this
he
situation.
lost. Big time. He lost big time.
This is up on 93x.com, too.
Excellent. His face is pretty lit up, and he's wearing a neck brace, which almost distracts you from noticing what is one of the worst hairdos you will ever see in your life.
What is this?
Yeah, it looked like he cut it himself with the lights off.
Yep. It looks like
It almost
Josh,
looks like a bad wig.
It does. This Brian guy's face is pretty mangled. He's wearing a neck brace. But what you'll notice more than anything, one of the worst hairdos of all time. Like Josh said, it looks like he cut it in the dark with a sharp rock. So off they go to jail.
He got whooped, man.
Yeah, oh my gosh. He's got 2 black eyes.
I'd like to get in on this game you're playing with my godson, Josh, where you change his Netflix. What do they call it?
Netflix?
Where you change his Netflix password to something cute, something fresh.
Yeah, it's fun. Other people are saying what they've done is they've got into someone's account and they've clicked on a bunch of really stupid movies to change the algorithm that recommends movies to nothing but dumb. So, like, if I went and I clicked, now, Adam Sandler, or as they call him in the commercial, the Sandman, if I clicked on every single one of his movies, he's got, a big deal with Netflix, so there's a ton on there. All of a sudden, you're getting recommended Adam Sandler movies left and right.
This Netflix sounds very fancy.
I'd be so mad if somebody messed up my algorithm.
You know what I do with YouTube? Sometimes if I'll watch a video I don't want to see any recommendations, I'll go and delete it in my history for that reason.
Oh, that's smart. I use my buddy's YouTube account because he has the NFL package, because that's how you can watch every game on YouTube now. So I'll sign into his account, and occasionally I'll forget to sign back out, and then I'll YouTube something work-related, like we're talking about dildo races or something, and then he'll text me and goes, "Guess you guys were talking about dildo races on the show today, huh?" Like, how'd you know? He goes, it popped up in my algorithm all over. Getting recommended dildo race videos left and right now.
I've never done that. That's a good bit.
Have you changed my godson's username to Buttlord just yet?
No, anything with butt in it I think is funny. I don't know if I've done Buttlord.
How about something like your mother's a bitch?
No, I wouldn't do that. She'll see it. Although it is fun the first time he made it when your mama jokes were big. Or like your mom, like I'm banging your mom. Those types of jokes, when they first started getting popular for him, in 6th grade.
Sure.
He made that to me, and his face, when I told him, you're talking about your grandmother, because it never really registered for him. He just thought it was a funny insult.
Well, he said something to you like, I'm banging your mom?
I can't remember exactly what it was, but one of those types of jokes, right? Like, it's not what your mom told me last night, something like that.
Yeah.
And I said, that you're talking about your grandma. I wish I had a picture of that face because I would play that at his graduation party for sure. It was awesome.
Not the worst things we hear around here about that kid's grandma.
No, not at all. Even he went after her.
All right, this guy here, if he had a sense of humor or had the brains to understand sarcasm, he might be a free man to this day. This is effing bizarre. We're still in Texas here. 3 cops on horseback were riding up and around Lubbock, Texas last Monday when they saw a guy walking on the street instead of the sidewalk. He looked a little shady. So, giddy up, they rode their silly horses over there and started jaw-jacking with the guy. The cops thought he might have some dope on him. They asked if they could search his pockets. The dude said, "No, you cannot search my pockets." And then one of the cops made a stupid joke, just for the hell of it. And the dude there that they had stopped, he didn't get it. One of the cops, just joking around, he said, "This horse I'm on is a drug-sniffing horse."
That's cool. I have a narcotic-smelling horse right here.
What was that?
That's cool. I have a narcotic-smelling horse right here.
I understood horse right here.
That's
It's cool? Oh, okay.
I have a narcotic-smelling horse right here.
Oh, so that's the actual audio of the...
Yeah, that's the cop.
Oh.
That'd be so sweet.
This horse I'm on is a narcotics-smelling, sniffing horse, he said. And with that stupid joke, the dude on the street took off running Like someone just fired a starter's pistol.
I suppose the cops are there. You know you're holding. You're pretty nervous. I'd be very nervous.
I would never try to run from a cop on a horse.
Yeah,
though.
they're going to get you.
Yeah.
The cops thought the dude running away was his way of playing along with the joke. They thought he was kidding at first when he ran away until the sumbitch kept on a-running.
I can see that because
Yeah,
you think, well,
definitely.
nobody's that dumb.
Right. He took off, and fast. Took off down an alley, but like you guys were just saying, the cops were on horseback, for Christ's sake, so they caught him in no time. The dude with no sarcasm skills is a 42-year-old feller called Joseph Ramirez, and now he's in trouble. Facing charges for evading arrest, tampering with physical evidence. It doesn't say anything in here about drugs, but... So there's video of them chasing this guy down the street? Is that correct?
Yes. Correct,
That's
yes.
funny. Yeah, I don't... Guy didn't understand the joke. Had he just went, maybe he wouldn't be incarcerated right now. Not everybody's got, a quick sense of humor.
I could see being that freaked out, though. Thinking like, oh my gosh, what if there is a drug-sniffing horse?
I just can't get over how terrifying that would be. You're running away, and here comes the guys on the horses. Oh, I'd be so scared.
Especially if you're high as balls, too, and you're
Yeah.
getting chased by a horse.
Half-assed NASCAR Jesus wants to know if horse cops lasso the perps. That would be cool, watching something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they do in Texas or something like that. I don't know.
I love watching cop chase videos, the pit maneuvers, all that kind of stuff. The laying out the spike strips. But they should have a whole show on cops lassoing perps.
I'd love to see it.
Me too.
I wonder if it's a real thing. You and I, we've got these cop videos down. You like the chases. I like the face-to-face interviews afterwards. That's my thing. Between the two of us, we've got it covered.
I do enjoy just the roller coaster of emotions. It's always the same thing, There's
Always.
rage, there's apologies, there's trying to be buddies, there's crying, and then rage comes back. Everybody else is to blame. Everybody's wearing their cousin's pants for some reason.
I like this bit, and I see this a lot when I watch cop videos when douchebags get cuffed. Nowadays, they all almost go with the same routine. Really? Really? All right, this was a bad ending here. For a guy down there in Mississippi, a bad ending for him. This is a three-parter. And all of this happened within a little over a month's time. Three-part deal here, and it all happened within a little over a month's time. Okay, first, Felix is the guy's name. First, Felix pulled off this old bit. You've heard this one before. Felix went to the cop shop to pick up his buddy who was in jail for DWI. And Felix was drunk, too, so he got his own D-dub, right? You know that old gimmick.
Mm-hmm. I'll never understand that unless it's one of those deals where you just don't realize it. I mentioned before when I did that drinking experiment with the cops, I didn't know I was too drunk to drive. I never would have guessed. I was just like at the .08, basically, and I felt completely fine. Wouldn't you just be terrified, like, hey, I'll pick you up like 6 blocks away or something? You're not going to go to the cop shop.
Yeah, my guess is these folks either they don't realize they're drunk or they're like a couple of my drinking pals. With every sip, they feel more arrogant. With every sip, they feel more above the law. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's a funny thing to watch, but I got a couple buddies who have this angle nailed.
Josh, I think you're right, though, too, because I have two buddies who had that happen where they went to go pick somebody up the morning after. They didn't realize it was still in their system from the night before to the point where they were going to blow something. They thought, oh, hey, I slept for 3 hours. I should be fine. And then they ended up, blowing just over .08.
I remember thinking, well, if you go to bed, even if it's for an hour, you wake up the next day, you're fine. I thought that was like a reset button, too. Didn't realize that it could still, it's stupid. I felt dumb that I never, put those two together.
No, I didn't realize until people got in trouble for it.
So Felix, again, went to the cop shop to pick up his pal who was in jail for DWI. Felix was drunk, too. He got his own D-dub. Part 2. Act 2. A month later, Felix got another D-dubski, and he was put in jail. Part 3, Felix upped and died in his cell.
Poor Felix.
I saw a picture of Felix. He looked to be in his 50s or 60s. He was found dead in his jail cell 2 days after being arrested on DUI charges. No foul play is suspected. The cops in Mississippi have been called in to figure out what the hell happened to Felix. People in the neighborhood say that Felix was a real nice guy.
I realized he was hammered in his mugshot, but he didn't look like the picture of health, certainly. Wouldn't expect a young guy like that to pass away, though.
I don't know.
Back on the topic of all the cop videos we like to watch, angry bus driver Jesus said, when they're tased mid-sprint and the bad guy does a swan dive right onto their face, chef's kiss. That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that usually pauses it for at least 5 seconds. It pauses an argumentative douchebag, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've noticed again, a lot of them say really over and over again because they just can't believe that the cops have the audacity to put handcuffs on them. And the word literally is used over and over and over and over again.
Incorrectly? Constantly incorrectly?
Maybe I'm not the guy to ask that question to, but it's just, you're literally hurting me. You're literally arresting me right now. I mean, I'm literally 2 blocks from home. My mom is literally on her way right now. I mean, that word is we're just being bombed with the word literally lately.
Co-signed.
Oh, no.
We learned yesterday that means
yeah.
I agree with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I literally agree. Literally is used literally wrong most of the time, from what I hear people say.
Is it?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
That's literally the least. Boy, I can't even give you a good example right now.
What kind of a guy can't give me a good example?
Like, that's literally, I'd say something like, I can't even give you an
no,
example.
I say I spill my Mountain Dew, and I say, this is literally the worst thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like, sometimes people use that as a joke.
Yeah, that's true.
I have definitely been guilty of using it in incorrect situations, and I've been called out for it. And I mean, I think I've gotten better at it, but I definitely went through a stage where I said it way too much.
I know what you mean.
You literally say that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't literally say that all the time.
It's an exaggeration. I don't know why we have to keep going with all this silliness when it comes to food. There's nothing wrong with the food we already regularly enjoy around here, but folks are always bothering us with their silly new food creations. The latest is this nonsense out of Brazil, where they're putting ants in their cheese. Just stop it. Nobody
so
wants.
gross.
They don't want ants in their cheese.
No.
The cheese we have here is just fine the way it is.
Why would you ruin cheese like that?
Did you see pictures of it, by the way?
No.
How is it going to ruin cheese?
Nothing can ruin cheese.
This
Except
might
maybe
ruin.
ants.
That could ruin cheese.
This will ruin cheese. Don't fool yourself.
And I know you love cheese. Do you still carry purse cheese, Ashley?
No, I haven't in a while.
Oh, you used to carry purse cheese.
I do love my cheese. I don't like it.
I'm not happy with this.
Why
No,
are they doing
it's
that?
nasty.
Protein or something?
I'll go ahead anyway. Despite my unhappiness, I'll go ahead anyway. It says here, Tavida Sylvania is a unique cheese where they mix milk with something called leaf cutter ants, and then it comes out as cheese.
These ants don't want to be a part of this.
I would imagine not. The gal who came up with this garbage says she was trying to attract tourists to her shop and this and that. She remembered that folks in her neighborhood there in Brazil have been putting ants in their effing cheese for decades. What makes this story even worse is, according to what I'm reading, everyone just loves her ant cheese, and so we'll probably see more of it in the future.
Yeah. Ant cheese. It's like a nickname for your favorite ant or something like that.
Yeah.
The color is so off-putting.
Yeah, it's gross.
Do the ants change the coloring of the cheese?
Yeah, it's like this weird brown color. It kind of looks, I don't know, like beeswax in a way.
Brown ant cheese.
It's just, it looks weird. It looks too dense. I don't know. Not about it.
Someone down there in Brazil even referred to the ants as Brazilian caviar. They toast the ants before adding them to the cheese.
Oh.
Idiots who eat the cheese say it tastes sweet, along with what they call here, quote, the unmistakable crunch of ant carcass. Put it in the trash can.
This person says, I used to eat ants as a kid, and I turned out terrible.
Yeah. I wonder if the different ants tasted different.
Yeah, they probably do.
Sick, bruh.
There's probably a lot of range. As far as ant flavor goes, there's a lot of range there, Smashley. Okay, before we go, is this for real? There was a group of folks out there, Summers, who filed a lawsuit against Hershey, the candy giant. These folks, looking for some free money, they claimed that their Reese's Halloween candies aren't scary enough.
What?
These lawsuits are so stupid. What a waste of time and money, and then everybody just decides, I'm going to get a couple of bucks.
Yeah, we're suing each other up and down over the silliest things these days. I'm well aware of that, but this just sounds made up. I'll lay it out for you and see what you can make of it. I would have edited this a little bit better, but I don't speak this particular language. It's difficult to edit a language that you have no grasp of, so here goes. A judge dismissed a lawsuit that claimed Hershey. Huh?
Good.
Oh, that's all you need to know.
Yep, I'm glad it was dismissed.
A judge dismissed a lawsuit that claimed Hershey's Reese's candies tricked customers by depicting spooky Halloween designs on the packaging, but when you unwrap the chocolates, there was nothing scary about them. The dorks who filed the lawsuit were more or less saying it was false advertising. And it caused them, quote, Josh, economic harm.
Sure. Of course.
Oh, wait. Are they? I don't eat Reese's, so
What?
I wouldn't
Why?
know.
What the hell's wrong
I'm
with
not
you?
a huge fan of that chocolate peanut butter combo.
That's really disappointing. That's literally the worst thing I've ever heard.
But that's kind of a bummer. I thought they were little jack-o'-lanterns.
I could see going, oh, shoot, I was hoping that it would be, but I can't imagine going, this has really distressed me, and I'm going to go through all the trouble of filing a lawsuit and waste everybody's time.
That would definitely bum me out, though. Yeah, oh.
The lawsuit alleged Hershey had engaged in deceptive advertising by depicting chocolate pumpkins with carved faces and mummies and Draculas and all that, right? That's what the packaging shows you, but when you unwrap the chocolates, they're just blank. The judge said, hey, the chocolate still tastes like chocolate, even if they weren't as frightening as the buyers had expected from the packaging. I don't even know where to go with this.
Yeah, I could certainly see being a little disappointed, but I'd think, oh, that's on me. I was too stupid to realize they probably wouldn't have made that shape.
Well,
but they look like pumpkins.
It's chocolate.
Oh,
I put it in my mouth. It's delicious. I'm over it.
They are shaped like pumpkins. They just don't have the face on them.
You're shaped like a pumpkin.
Okay. Well, see, that'd make me happy.
You're just saying that because my head is stem shaped. And I have all those bumps on me like some pumpkins
You
do.
are shaped like a damn pumpkin. Isn't he? Look at him.
You're my pumpkin.
The way he's let himself go.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of team dinners that are going to be looked at him when the bill comes. I said the team card could just be Kirill's card this year, so no room service allowed for him this year.
That's our guy, Marcus Foligno, right there, talking about the Russian kid. The Pigs finally signed the Russian kid, Josh.
He's going to be making some good money for a while. I could see why they want him to pick up the tab.
Marcus said he'll be buying a lot of dinners this hockey season. Yeah, they finally signed the Russian kid. For now, he's the highest paid player in the National Hockey League. I imagine Pigs general manager Bill Guerin can finally have a solid bowel movement again.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been tired of being asked that constantly.
Oh, I bet.
That's a lot of friggin' money. Now you got to get it. Stay on the ice.
Yeah, keep
Number
him healthy.
one, stay on the ice. Friggin' soft-ass Russians. Big League Baseball playoffs yesterday. This team won. The other team didn't. Up and down. You go this way, you go that way. We'll cover that when Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder and Janel Klein and Willi Myles join us in about a half an hour. Boy, you know, the Minnesota Lynx are pissed off.
No kidding.
I love it.
They're friggin' pissed. This is great. They lost and they're friggin' pissed and they're lighting everybody up.
Yeah. Nobody's safe.
No, hell no. We'll
they're going for it,
We'll
man.
get into that, too. They are going for it. We'll get into that in a half hour. Jesus, put a mic in the face of a Lynx player. They're bound to go after you. I love it. I love that. They're going after the commissioner, saying that this league is garbage. And it's run by morons. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I love that they're going after the bosses like that, saying, it's a friggin' broken operation. This league sucks. I thought this was the salad days of the WNBA.
Right.
What word am I looking for?
Yeah.
The glory days.
Yeah. Just not.
The players are saying, it's garbage.
Nobody since Stone Cold Steve Austin has gone after their own boss harder than the Lynx are right now.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah, they're afraid of nothing.
There's going to be beer trucks and fatal four-ways and lingerie matches. Well, that wouldn't apply, I guess. But, I love this. I love the anger. I love that they're not afraid to say it. Before we go, we were talking, Josh, earlier, weren't we? We were talking about Netflix. There was a story in our Stupid News where one dude played a prank on another by changing his Netflix password name to something insulting. You mentioned, Josh, you do this, you commit this same prank on your son, more importantly, my godson. He turns on Netflix, and you leave a message that says, you're a douchebag.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm new to all this, but I think I follow. A listener texted in and said his nephew played a prank on him by changing his profile name on Netflix to Bitch Face. Right?
I love using that.
It's funny. Uncle turns on the television. He realizes his nephew has changed his Netflix password to Bitch Face. Soon after that, the uncle is emailed about payment. Netflix emailed him about payment, and the opening line in the email said, "Dear bitch."
That's awesome. That's really good.
We got to go. Josh's News is coming up next.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
Half-assed Morning Show.
They are in an alternate reality than ours. They are in that rock and roll rock reality.
They surround themselves with these professional dickheads.
And I'm not even really sure if they're aware, you know?
I don't think they're aware of how much they suck.
93X rocks.
The suspect walked right past news cameras as they were recording their stories.
An overnight search for a man tied to a string of trespass and burglary cases in Clear Creek County, Colorado, came to an unexpected end Friday morning when he casually walked right behind several news cameras covering the manhunt.
Yo! Hey, put the camera on him. Yo! You see this person right here? Is this him? Would it be crazy if we actually found the guy right now? Because we saw a person who was literally fitting the description.
Literally.
Who just walked by our camera.
The chase began Thursday evening after the sheriff's office took to social media to warn residents following 3 reports from the week before about an armed man spotted trespassing on private property. At one home, the suspect was caught on camera telling the owner he was with the U.S. Forest Service. He is not. Then he shut off that surveillance feed. Investigators said the man later trespassed on 2 properties between 4 and 6 p.m. Tuesday. From one, he stole about $2,000 worth of items and left behind about the same amount in damage. As the deputies dug deeper, they connected him to other burglaries reported in the same area over the past few weeks. By Thursday night, they had tracked his vehicle with the help of a drone, but they lost him when he sped away. They spotted him again when he crashed into a ditch, but he disappeared once again before deputies could reach him. Several other departments joined the hunt with drones, canines, and extra patrols, but by 11:30 p.m., the sheriff's office admitted the trail had gone cold. The dogs had lost the suspect's scent at the creek, and like a condom 9 months ago the night Ashley conceived, he was nowhere to be seen. Even so, deputies continued operating under the assumption this was the same man from the trespassing reports, and he might be armed. As dawn broke Friday, several news crews set up to report the still unfolding manhunt. That's when journalists noticed someone who looked just like the suspect strolled right behind their cameras. They called 911, and it turns out it was him. Without meaning to, he staged his own primetime premiere, poning himself on live camera.
So as we took a look, we then went and called the authorities, and from there, we found out about 5 minutes ago that individual that we saw was the person that fit the description.
Just after 7 a.m., deputies had him in custody.
Was he strolling into town to turn himself in?
No, he was just kind of walking by. I don't know if it was bad luck or if he was interested in what they were saying about him. I don't know. But he just walked right behind the camera there.
Maybe he's totally out of his mind.
Could be.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's making bad choices, that's for sure. School officials are looking into a troubling situation after discovering an adult fraudulently enrolled as a student at White Bear Lake High School.
How do you do, fellow kids?
The district dropped the news in an email to families admitting it had been duped by a 22-year-old who somehow slid through the enrollment process.
Undercover cop?
Nope, not the case.
21 Jump Street?
No, that'd be an undercover cop. Nope, this was an undercover football player. Investigators say the impersonator used forged paperwork and crafted a false identity to sneak into the student body and join the football team.
Dude.
That does sound kind of fun.
Please rest assured the safety and well-being of all students is our top priority. I'm grateful to the staff members, families, and students who saw something and decided to report it, the principal wrote.
All on his own, this guy decided, F it, I want to be a football star.
Yeah, not too sure his motivation, but he did join the football team.
That is hilarious.
Those reports quickly prompted a formal investigation, though officials didn't share specific details about
How did he do out on the ball field?
I don't know if he ever played a game.
What?
They didn't release a ton of details on it.
Dude, if you're 22, you better start at quarterback.
It also remains unclear whether the arrest was directly tied to the fraudulent enrollment or to a separate matter. For now, that case is still under investigation.
Wow, what a story.
Last year, a 24-year-old was arrested after he was accused of pretending to be a 16-year-old boy so he could enroll in an Ohio high school and join the swimming and soccer programs.
What the heck?
That's not going to get you laid.
What the F are you all that effort to play soccer and be on the swim team?
Apparently.
Obviously some mental health problems there. That's a great story. As soon as I got out of high school, I wanted to go back, Cubby.
Did you really?
Oh, hell yeah. I loved it there.
A Florida teen, feared to have been kidnapped by 4 men last week, actually faked his own abduction and then even shot himself in the leg as part of the painful, elaborate hoax. The story was completely made up, said Marion County Sheriff Billy Woods. He simply rode away while the rest of us were left to think the worst. And my team was working in overtime to solve the case, said Woods. The 17-year-old's disappearing act last Thursday near Tampa had all the trimmings of a tragic thriller, an abandoned car, a lonely shell casing, and an Amber Alert. Authorities even believed he may have been scooped up by 4 men in a mystery van, a detail the teen himself conveniently texted to his family. There were helicopters, hospital sweeps, and a sister's heartbreaking Facebook plea. God, I just want him home, she wrote. I can't sleep, eat, do anything, not knowing where he is. Investigators later learned the boy had a handgun all along and used it to give himself a theatrical flesh wound to keep the hoax alive. Sheriff Woods didn't mince words. There is 0 chance his gunshot wound came from any type of assailant. By Friday, police found the teen safe, sound, and remarkably unkidnapped. The phony text, the phantom van, and the do-it-yourself gunshot, it was all, as the sheriff's office put it, completely made up.
That's embarrassing. How old is this kid pulling this gimmick?
17.
Oh, you should definitely know better at that age.
Oh, he knew better.
Now locals are demanding to know if the hoax-happy Houdini will face charges for wasting man-hours and tax dollars, to which the sheriff replied, nothing is off the table. That said, his parents have so far refused to let law enforcement interview him.
Jesus balls.
Yeah.
Obviously, social media wasn't getting this kid enough attention.
No.
I'd imagine that's what it was, unless he's running away from something terrible, but they haven't said that yet. But my goodness. There are plenty of ways people try and get revenge, but spite eating your pets is an unusual, albeit tasty choice.
I got to hear this one. Did someone cook up somebody's dog?
He cooked up his own peacocks.
Oh, well, I thought you said pets.
Yeah, they were his pets.
Why does he have peacocks?
As pets. Last Saturday, a Florida woman opened her mailbox and found a disturbing letter. It came from her neighbor, 61-year-old Craig Vaught. He kept pet peacocks roaming around his yard. She often fed the birds, which had already caused tension between the two. Vaught had previously threatened to kill and eat them if she didn't stop. According to deputies, he made good on that threat. In a twisted act of retaliation, he killed, cooked, and ate 2 of his own peacocks.
Because he was mad at her for what?
Feeding them.
For feeding them.
Yes, that's his job.
Weird.
He then slipped a letter into the neighbor's mailbox bragging about what he had done and warning her he would continue to kill the birds if she kept feeding them. Later telling law enforcement he slaughtered the peacocks out of spite and to prove a point.
That's pretty sick.
This makes no sense.
While being taken to jail, he told police he intended to kill all of his pet peacocks, peacock blocking anyone from taking his pets from him. Records show it's not his first run-in with the law. In fact, he has more than 40 cases on file, ranging from public intoxication to criminal traffic violations and aggravated assault.
It makes more sense.
I'll show you. I'm going to kill my beloved pets.
And I imagine those aren't cheap.
I can get you a peacock for about $200, actually.
Seems like it would be a rather expensive bird to take care of, too.
Hell, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have a clue.
I
wouldn't know if it costs a dime or $1 million to take care of a peacock.
I've heard that they can be pretty aggressive, so I hope they get revenge on him.
Not aggressive enough, I guess.
Speaking of good eating, today is International Raccoon Appreciation Day.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'd ever appreciate a raccoon. They're jerks.
Good eating.
There's an argument to be made that a weekend wedding ceremony in Woodbury's Keller Regional Park began poorly. Saturday, about 7:30 p.m., a 36-year-old man from St. Paul was shot in both legs, 1 bullet striking each.
The fact that it's both is so funny to me.
Yeah, somebody was pissed.
Yeah. One wasn't enough for this guy.
Yeah.
Was this the groom that got shot?
No, it was somebody attending the wedding. Most weddings start with I do. This one started with oh no. According to investigators, the shooting happened before the ceremony actually began, even though about 100 guests were already gathered. Authorities say the victim and the suspect had gotten into an argument, and the confrontation escalated until the suspect, with a symmetry fetish, pulled a gun and unloaded a bullet bouquet in each of the victim's legs, scattering the scene with sirens and shell casings. The sheriff's office explained the suspect, believed to have been connected to the wedding in some way, left the scene before deputies arrived.
Who's bringing a gun to the wedding in the first place?
It's a different kind of a crowd, Ashley.
You never know. You're going over to a nice little park wedding. Better stay strapped.
Different kind of a crowd.
You're not sure who you're going to want to shoot. You might want to shoot somebody. A retired Florida deputy has been taken into custody after creating a scene at a McDonald's drive-thru where he shouted insults at workers, appeared drunk, and had his toddler sitting unrestrained in the front seat beside him. Deputies say...
At least it was his toddler.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
There's a positive here. The negative is there is a clip I will play simply to frustrate Nick. Deputies say 49-year-old Robert Gray was arrested Sunday evening after employees called in about 5:15 p.m. According to staff, Gray drove his Tahoe through the lane, and not once but twice, for some reason. He slurred his words. He made rude remarks, and surrounded by open beer cans, they called police. What really alarmed them, though, was the sight of a small child in the front seat without a seatbelt. Later, Sheriff Grady Judd confirmed the child was Gray's 18-month-old son. When deputies arrived to try and speak with him, Gray sped off instead, blowing through a stop sign, running a red light, and driving so fast that he lost the cops. About 2 hours later, his SUV was discovered abandoned outside a cannabis business less than a mile from his home. Officers went to his house next, where he initially refused to come out, but eventually gave himself up. Sheriff Judd didn't miss the chance to add a bit of fast food wordplay.
Again with this guy.
Yeah, you know what? He uses this joke too much.
We expect more of people who used to work for us. I'm embarrassed for his family, but make no mistake. You act like a McNut at McDonald's, and you McDrunk, saying McUgly things to the girls, and putting a child's life in danger. You're going to jail, McJail, every McTime.
Okay, shut up.
Have a good day.
Shut up, you.
That was a little too much.
Yeah, he's leaned on that too much. He's had some really good stuff, but he's been leaning on that one.
Mick jail.
Gray was charged with fleeing the scene, negligent child abuse, and reckless driving.
So that was the audio that was going to piss me off?
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, that was terrible.
It worked. Today, by the way, is Coffee with a Cop Day. Coffee with a Cop.
Okay.
Have you ever been so bored You thought crashing into a cop car might spice things up?
I know you have, and I have also admitted to being so uninterested in an event that we've considered intentionally crashing our vehicles on the way to said event.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Never considered ramming myself into a police cruiser, but I've thought, or any other car, really, for that matter, but I've thought, if I put my vehicle into a wall right now, I don't have to go to this wedding reception.
Have you guys ever been so lonely you wanted to get pulled over just for the companionship?
Never been that lonely.
No.
No.
Have you?
Oh, God.
In Illinois, one driver actually tried that.
Dude.
He deliberately rammed...
He's not kidding. I can tell by the look on his face he's not kidding.
I don't remember who said it, but maybe he's felt that way once or twice.
Cubby gets a little down now and again. He does. He gets way down on himself.
Needs somebody to talk to.
Enough about me. Or whoever we were discussing.
What happened now?
So he deliberately rammed his Camaro, nice ride, into the back of a police SUV.
Mm-hmm.
He later told officers, almost casually, he did it because he was bored.
Oh, okay. Bored.
Body camera footage captured the surreal moment. A Fairview Heights officer just stepped out of his cruiser when 28-year-old Keyshawn Jennings floored his Camaro straight into the back of the patrol vehicle, missing the officer by just inches. After climbing out of the wreck, Jennings looked at the officer and asked, "What happened?" "You tell me," the officer replied. "I need a new car," Jennings said, before being directed to sit on the sidewalk and wait for an ambulance.
Need a new car?
Yeah, he just destroyed his. After checking if he was all right, the officer asked, "Well, what caused that?" "I don't know, man. I've been drinking, and I took some weed pills," Jennings said.
Weed pills?
Yeah, weed pills.
The video then shows Jennings handing over his ID and bluntly confessing.
"I did that on purpose, sir."
"What, you hit me on purpose?"
"Yeah, I did."
"Why is that?"
"I'm bored."
"You bored?"
"I'm bored."
"So you ran in the back of me on purpose?"
"Yep."
Meanwhile, the people in the car that had originally been pulled over walked away with just a warning for expired tags. No one was hurt, but the Illinois State Police are now leading the investigation into that odd incident.
Well, for Christ's sake, someone get this kid a handheld Yahtzee game or something.
I mean, now, this day and age, it's you think it'd almost be impossible to be bored.
Yeah. Right.
Like, anytime the kids say they're bored, I'm like, how is that possible?
Somebody get this kid a deck of cards.
Maybe have him hang out with my friend Josh, and they can both not be lonely and bored.
Now on Prime Video, Mark Wahlberg stars as a thief who stumbles onto a heist that becomes the heist of a lifetime in Play Dirty. According to the headline on Vulture.com, Play Dirty is just stupid enough to entertain.
Works for me.
The streaming premiere of Fight or Flight debuts on Paramount+. Josh Hartnett plays a mercenary hired to locate a high-value asset known only as the Ghost and protect them from an airplane full of assassins. Last week, Hartnett was briefly hospitalized after the SUV he was riding in collided with a police vehicle in Canada.
Was it on purpose?
No, it was it appeared to be an accident, although they're investigating, and cops are actually looking for witnesses or video footage of the incident. However, it was at 1 a.m., so it might be tough to find. He's since been released from the hospital and cleared to return to work. He remains in Canada, where he's filming an untitled Netflix series.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Zach Galifianakis, who will be in an upcoming comedy based on Mel Brooks's Young Frankenstein called Very Young Frankenstein, turns 56 today.
They better not F that one up.
I hope not, too.
That's playing with fire right there to try and tweak Young Frankenstein.
Disney also announced The Simpsons are returning to the big screen after 20 years. The sequel to the Simpsons movie will be out July of 2027.
Never saw it!
That's so far away.
It really is.
Oh, there's one part that anytime I think of when Homer's sinking and he does the alternating double middle finger. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, God, I laugh every time.
He gets stuck.
Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Rod Carew turns 80 today. Best of luck to not the real Jesus and any other government workers in the listening audience furloughed today. Hopefully that's a short one for you guys. We've been there ourselves. Congratulations to Fireplace Jesus on his Friday, getting married this weekend. That's awesome. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine. It's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level.
I'll tell you what, it's a who's who of local talent here this morning on the Half-Assed Morning Show, and Brad Ryder. Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder, C. Willi Myles, Janel Klein. Welcome, everyone.
What's up?
Nothing like getting hit right out of the gate.
I said to Josh, send everyone.
Yes.
For Wednesday.
We need everybody.
For Wednesday's show, and he said, what do you mean? And I said, everyone. What movie? What the hell was the name of that? The Professional, starring a little girl and a French guy and the guy from the Batman movie. We covered this a little earlier. Damn, the Lynx are pissed off.
No kidding, man.
They are.
It seems like the rest of the league agrees with them.
They are going guns blazing since they lost out in the playoffs. Nobody will be spared, and I love it. Nobody will be spared.
I go down. We all go down.
I suppose if your coach kind of leads the charge,
Absolutely.
you'll probably feel free to say it too.
Sure.
Burn it all down.
What you heard there in our intro, more or less echoing her coach's comments from a couple days ago, that was the Minnesota Lynx top player, Nafisa Collier, said that the WNBA has the worst leadership in the world. And I was saying earlier, not being an extreme fan of the WNBA, I thought, my damn, you've got Reese, Angel Reese. You've got the gal from Iowa. What's her name?
Caitlin Clark.
You got Caitlin Clark. You got the kid from Hopkins here.
Yeah.
What's her name again? Paige Beckers. They're selling out arenas. I thought these were the glory days.
Yeah.
And yet, after the season ends for the Lynx, the head coach Cheryl Reeves and Nafisa Collier are both saying, this league is garbage. And the leadership sucks.
There's a couple things at play here. One is that they're going to have a work stoppage. Their labor agreement is up. And so some of the things that you're hearing are a little bit of leverage in the negotiations.
Okay, I understand that.
Agreement.
Sure. But they're lighting up the boss.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think they're lighting up the boss because the officiating is subpar at best.
Yeah.
Trash.
And I think that's the issue for them is the inconsistency of the officiating. And when you're in a semifinal game like the Lynx were in, and the officiating is not up to par for that level of play. Obviously, Cheryl Reeve she had a meltdown over it, and there were some bad calls. I mean, there really were.
Why?
I don't disagree with the fact the officiating's bad. The officiating was bad when I worked for the Timberwolves and Lynx in the WNBA. The problem I have a little bit though is that they blew 3 consecutive double-digit leads in the second half of those games. Would we be hearing this if they would have closed out those games and won that series?
No, they wouldn't. You're right.
I still think so.
No.
So that's the problem I have with it a little bit. I don't disagree with some of the things they're saying. In fact, I don't disagree with most of what they're saying. But the timing of when they're saying it after blowing these leads, it's a little, I'm not sure that I'm on board with it.
Does the officiating really blow that badly in the WNBA?
Yes,
it does.
Yeah, it does.
But if you watch those 3 games like I did, and you watch those, and you look at the fouls that were called and the fouls that wasn't called, look at the foul call log.
Yeah.
You'll see why mostly that league. This goes back to last year.
Yeah, I remember the end of their season.
Yeah,
it was a bad call.
Dewey took 5 steps.
Yeah,
and everybody missed it.
See, Willi Myles is the only one who's ever agreed with me on the air that basketball officials at the professional level suck. Now, Brad Ryder and Randy Shaver, you're willing to admit that the WNBA officials suck, but whenever I say NBA officials suck, you want to argue with me all day long.
Well, I don't think they suck. It's a very hard game to officiate at a consistent level because it's moving so fast and there's so many things going on. I think they do a pretty good job considering all the things that are happening.
You say that about the
course
NBA?
Of the game. Yes. during the course of a game. So
now here's
are there bad calls? There's bad calls in everything.
Yeah.
Are there bad calls? Sure, but I think for the most part they do a really good job.
This is just a lot of fun to hear.
Oh, for sure.
Dana compared it to Stone Cold Steve Austin going after Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and this is almost
sure.
It's kind of they're just directly targeting the boss and saying she sucks and she's got to go and the leadership sucks. That is.
And with Nafisa, too, it was a prepared statement. It's not like she was fired up after a game and just kind of like lost her head. This was a composed, written-out statement that she put together and read there to start the press conference. She said, before I take questions.
I said, part of what they're doing is they're deflecting attention away from the fact that they blew 3 games that they should have won.
I think that's a very small part, but I'd agree with you. I think it's a small part of what they're doing. I mean, I don't think you can come out with this much passion and call it all sour grapes.
Yeah.
You know.
So Reed's been fined a couple of times this year for that.
So this is fun for me. So do you think this WNBA commissioner will be sent away now because so many players and a lot of players backed up with this Collier gal said yesterday? Do you think that she'll go?
I think that they're in the midst of a negotiation for a new collective bargaining agreement, and it's part of their leverage to try to get her out.
Oh. They want her out simply for the collective bargaining agreement?
They think that now is the time to use that leverage because then the league might say, okay, well, we got a better chance to get a deal done if we get her out.
So you're saying it's more money motivated, or they really think this gal does a garbage job of running the league?
I think it's both.
Okay, both.
It's both, yeah.
Yeah.
So at one point or another, this Nafisa Collier paraphrased the WNBA commissioner, a gal by the name of Kathy Engelbert. Nafisa said, Caitlin should be grateful, Caitlin Clark. She makes $16 million off the court because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. Players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights that I got them. This is all very interesting to me. I enjoy a good scrap.
Yeah.
I enjoy some jaw-jacking back and forth, directly
so
going.
She's saying that without the WNBA, Caitlin Clark would be nothing?
Yeah, that's Nafisa Collier paraphrasing the WNBA commissioner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A conversation she had with her.
She says it was a conversation she had with her, yeah. So anyway, more. Give me more of this. I'm enjoying it. I don't think Janel Klein, do you have a mic? I couldn't hear you.
Is it not working?
No, her microphone.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's too bad.
What did you just say? We're going to have to split. Josh and Janelle are going to have to split a microphone.
You can go over there if you want. Oh, maybe it's that one. Hello? There we go.
No.
Yeah, everything's broken in here.
Hear that?
No.
Well, the Pigs finally signed up the Russian kid.
Yes, they did. Here we go.
For now, he's the highest paid player in the National Hockey League. And
Do you have any money left over for anyone else?
Yeah. What are we doing now?
Her mic is.
We have a microphone for
You got to
Janelle?
tap it.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's got to get real close to that thing.
Sorry, listeners, I'm back.
That's pretty. Maybe that's too quiet.
Go.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you have to
Sorry
go
about
to.
all
I'm
this,
sorry,
everybody.
Janelle. We got garbage in here. We were talking about the Russian kid. And I already got a couple of texts this morning from listeners that said, whoopity-doo, win a playoff series.
Okay, well.
You know.
Yeah.
It's a record contract, 8 years, $136 million extension. It runs through the 20 and 33, then 34 season. Contract will kick in next season. And he says, the Russian kid is quoted here. He says, now it's all done. Jesus, we're having trouble in here.
I know.
Janelle just fell down into a live microphone.
Gosh, the WNBA leadership ruins everything.
Right.
The Russian kid said, now it's all done and we just start playing and we don't think about this. Well, not yet.
Well, people don't forget large contracts if things don't work out very well.
As soon as he gets hurt again, many folks will think about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
If the club doesn't go deep in the playoffs, many folks will think about this.
Well,
and
sure,
if he's not
there's-
pumping in 45 goals a year, folks will think about this.
Sure.
Maybe even talk about it, too. Ask our bros Zach Parisi and Ryan Suter all about that kind of thing.
Correct.
Happy for the Pigs that they got
Yep.
Kaprizov signed up, but a couple texts already came in and said, whoopity-doo, just get us through the first round of the playoffs, and then we'll have something to touch ourselves over.
Hard to argue that.
Mm-hmm. Great player if he stayed there. I got one text this morning that said, "Is he that good?" Yes, he is that good.
Yes,
but
good.
he can't stay on the ice. He needs to stay on the ice.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh and I like to reminisce about when Zach Parise and Ryan Suter all those years ago signed their contracts. Men were openly touching themselves on sidewalks all over.
It was nuts.
That's hot stuff.
Allegedly.
We were on our booze cruise, and everybody was
allegedly.
Grown men were crying.
Yeah, people were cheering. Everybody was not paying any attention to what was going on the booze cruise, and they were going nuts.
But when the team didn't instantly defecate Stanley Cups,
right,
everyone turned on him and acted like Parise and Suter straight up committed armed robbery.
They still get crap.
So these are the good days, Russian kid. Remember this, because if this doesn't result in a parade in St. Paul, the fans are going to turn on you.
True.
But the Wild didn't. The Wild really didn't have a choice here. They had to do this.
This is the star player they've been looking for.
Very similar to the Twins in signing Buxton. They really didn't. They don't have a choice if they want to put butts in the seats.
Yeah.
If they want people to be excited about their team, you've got to sign the superstar. And the length. I think the money. The money's always going to be issue, but I think it's the length of the contract that gets people nervous because he'll be 38 by the time the deal is up. And so that's what gets people worried about, the production and can they field a competitive team when you've got a player making that kind of money? How does that affect the ability to sign free agents, so on? The argument, the other side is you're not going to get free agents to come here unless you've got a superstar player like this that you can build around and people get excited to play with. So there's both sides of the coin for that. But, I mean, it's just not. It's nice to have it done.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about it anymore. And the Wild are getting ready to start their season. They've already got a significant injury in Zuccarello, which
he's
sucks.
no kid.
Yeah, but that sucks because, here we go. We're getting ready to start the season. You've already got one of your main guys down. So
he'll be out till late November. Something wrong with his elbow. I can't remember what it is. It's bothering him.
Yeah, the last 2 or 3 years of this contract will be interesting, like you said, because most players between 35 and 38 are not as productive as they are in their early 30s.
Oh, for sure not. Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, Bill Guerin can finally have a solid bowel movement. Stop throwing up every time the conversation. I imagine every morning he would wake up and the newspaper would say, "Still nothing on Kaprizov." He'd go straight over to the kitchen sink and just.
You know what this does, though? What this does is it gives him time to get some of these young people that they have drafted and signed that they're excited about. Give them time to develop, and maybe those guys can develop into superstar players at some point, and you're not going to pay them as much as they begin their career, and you can kind of, that's the next level. That's the next player, the next Kaprizov. So
because
this contract
alone is not going to get you there.
That's right. This contract gives them time to develop that without people being up in arms if they don't have a superstar and you don't have a player to build around and all that.
The Pigs have gone 10 consecutive seasons without a playoff series win, the fourth longest active drought in the National Hockey League.
Oh, that's depressing.
Sounds like the Twins, right?
Yeah, a little bit like the Twins.
Yep.
Unless you count that wild card series against the Blue Jays.
Well, they snapped that streak when they won that wild card
But
series.
do people count that, just a wild card series?
Yeah,
do they count
sure
that?
you do. It's
Okay.
playoffs. Yeah.
Next on that list of longest active droughts as far as winning a playoff series, the Los Angeles Kings have gone 11 years, 11 consecutive seasons without a playoff series win. The Detroit Red Wings, 12 years. The how do you call that club again? The Buffalo Sabres have gone 18 years.
Wow.
Without winning a playoff series.
I didn't even know they still had a hockey team.
Yeah. The Buffalo Sabres.
That's weird. The Sabres. I
Yeah.
heard that for years.
They're still around.
Who would have thunk 5 or 6 years ago that the team in town with the most hope would be the Timberwolves?
And it's been that way for quite a stretch of time.
Well,
it's been that way for quite a stretch of time now. This is amazing to me. Golden Gopher men's hockey begins their season this weekend.
Oh, my.
F me running.
Yeah.
How fast that stuff comes around.
It's weird. Was it ever over?
Yeah.
I mean, hockey is, 11 months?
It is 11 and a half months.
They get to go home, kiss their kids, and right back to camp.
Right.
Good Lord.
Big League Baseball's wild card playoff round opened up yesterday. Here's how it all shook out. It's a best of 3, don't you know? Detroit beat Cleveland 2-1. And your guy, Randy's dream man.
14.
Randy's dream man, now that Jerry West is gone. Detroit Tigers starting pitcher Tariq Skubal had a great showing.
Yes, he did.
You want to chant 14?
Actually, to be honest with you, Gavin Williams pitched pretty well, too, for Cleveland. It was a good game.
You want to chant 14 because Skubal
struck out 14.
That's a career high for him.
He was awesome.
So the Tigers lead that series 1-0-0. That crowd in Cleveland was ravenous.
I would say his appearance was fantastic. I would say Crochet was even better last night.
Boston beat the New York Yankees 3-1, and that Garrett Crochet, the Red Sox starting pitcher, Jesus, what did he I
think he set down 17 or 18 in a row.
You're right, 17 in a row.
In that game. Yeah, he was incredible. And they were losing that game until the Yankees made a pitching change and took Max Fried out in the 7th, and their bullpen just blew it against Boston last night.
It's a beautiful thing. It feels funny rooting for Boston.
Yes, it does.
But I'll root for anyone who's playing the Yankees. The Chicago Cubs beat San Diego. The LA Dodgers beat Cincinnati. Same clubs play today in the same order.
Yeah, beat them up.
Dodgers did whoop up on Cincinnati pretty good. Same clubs play today, same order.
Though,
ESPN Channel 5.
It's the best time.
Oh, I love it.
Baseball playoffs, the best. So
I love it.
Fun.
You like baseball, see Willi Myles?
Nope.
Why don't you like baseball?
Really? Not the long season, man. It just take too long, and it's just I watch it when it gets to probably the World Series.
You will watch the World Series.
I'll watch that.
Even when I was in the cooler, we'd watch the World Series and have a riot.
Right. I would watch that. I mean, then I know it's over.
So it's the NFL, it's college football, and it's the WNBA. That's where you go. Hey, Janelle.
Hey, hi.
Hello.
You got a working microphone?
I do.
Have you seen my baseball?
What?
I just wondered if
I'm
you've
sure
seen
Nick couldn't wait to get back to work yesterday to talk about the Ryder Cup and break that down, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, we didn't talk anything about that. Josh, have you seen my baseball?
I have seen your baseball.
You have?
Yes.
Oh, that could be dangerous for
I know.
you.
I was going to say I don't want to go any further because you get angry about that.
Do you want to talk about what Twins insiders are saying about the next possible manager for the ball club?
Sure.
I guess.
I know for a minute or two what do you mean I guess?
The enthusiasm is overwhelming.
What do you got, Brad?
Where the hell's Nick's baseball?
I didn't get to talk about this yesterday. Who's running things over there? Seriously.
What's the problem?
Well, you.
Sorry, I'm distracted right now. Brad, time out. I'm distracted right now because Ashley has disassembled her breast pump.
Oh, were you using it already?
Yeah, I have to put the milk in bags now.
Okay.
And then put it in like a little cooler thing or else it goes bad.
We were trying to come up with names earlier for Ashley's breast pump. Sir Milks-a-Lot was recommended. Suckleberry Finn. That was another one of my favorites.
I like Jurassic Park Milk Squirter 2001. I like Big Papa Pump. I like Lucky Bastard. Those are my favorites. Nicknames for Ashley. So I'm sorry, Brad Ryder, you have a beef with the Twins that you wanted to express to us?
Yeah, you pick up the guy's option halfway through the season, then you trade away half the team, and then you
Right, what do you expect? You know what, though, Brad? He's better off not being with this organization.
Literally.
He is better off.
It's a mercy killing.
What the heck is going on over there? Seriously.
He's better off.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know, Brad Ryder.
Better off. Take their money and run.
I don't think he was upset.
No, he probably wasn't.
It's just a mess. Just leave.
Well, I see
God.
Torrey Hunter's name mentioned in here.
I hope they don't do that.
You see, yesterday, Randy Shaver, you said you hope Torrey Hunter doesn't.
I just feel bad if they bring a guy like Torrey in to try just because it's Torrey,
right?
To take over this situation. It's just not a good.
You're right.
I just feel bad for him. I just feel like
You've got a guy who's never managed
they're setting
before,
him
and you've
up.
got to try to learn how to do that. And
Right, they're setting him up for failure. I just
big support system there for sure.
There's no doubt about what you just said. But
I
was talking it over with my wife and a couple other people at the beer hall last night. It would be a lot of fun just to see Torrey again.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. In a better circumstance, for sure.
Other
Not
names
this
that have
one.
been thrown around: David Ross, who used to manage the Cubs; David Bell, who used to do this and that; Skip Schumacher, or maybe he's another name you might recognize; Drew Butera.
I mean, you've got to be very sure of yourself to walk into this situation right now, understanding all of the pitfalls that are coming your way.
You know who's pretty sure of himself?
To manage this team.
You know who's damn sure of himself? Ron Washington.
Yeah.
He got let go yesterday by the Angels.
Right.
Ooh, man, to see Ron Washington behind the Twins bench would be fun.
I'm thinking bring up a very experienced AAA.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to be working with anyway.
Yeah. That's kind of what we said.
You've got Toby Gardenhire sitting there in St. Paul, and
there you go.
That makes a little bit of sense.
To
At
me.
least he knows the organization and knows the players, but
that's what you're going to be working with, though.
Yeah.
You're still set up for failure.
That's kind of what we said yesterday. Is it'll likely be a guy who's never had a managerial job before, a guy who's been knocking around AAA forever. They want to give him a little more money and give him a little spotlight. Sure, it's not it's not an ideal situation, not by a long shot, but
if something
get the
doesn't
ownership situation figured out, and they get new owners, say in a couple of years, they're going to want to hire their own person.
right,
yeah.
But in the interim, right now, if they bring in a couple of new people in ownership, I don't even think that's going to change the minds of fans right now. I think next year they're in for a really, really tough year.
Yeah,
at the gate.
We talked about that yesterday too. I don't think there's many fans who are foolish enough to think that this guy is going to be added and that guy is going to be added, and next thing you know, we're competing for the division title.
Yeah, it's just sad.
It's too bad. It's too bad. But that's where they set right now. But Torrey Hunter puts that uniform on again, starts managing that club. I'll tell you what, the gals from my high school class will be watching. You know what I'm talking about? Women in their 40s and 50s will be going to ball games. They love Torrey. Oh, speaking of Torrey, anyone ever heard of a character by the name of Pablo Torrey? Apparently he has a podcast called Pablo Torrey Finds Out.
No.
Where I guess he does just that. He finds things out. It says here he's done an episode on the Bill Belichick-Jordan Hudson relationship.
Oh, fun.
The Kawhi Leonard Los Angeles Clippers salary cap disaster. And they were very informative. People gave this Pablo Torrey guy high grades for finding out the details on those two stories. So the folks at a website called awfulannouncing.com were wondering what else could Pablo Torrey find out. Here are their suggestions. Let's see if you care. The folks at Awful Announcing want Pablo Torrey to find out where is the Joe Paterno statue. Were you guys aware of this gimmick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Joe Paterno statue. The Joe Paterno statue is being held at an undisclosed location. Its whereabouts continue to be a secret. It's 7 foot tall. It's 900 pounds. It's a bronze statue of the late Penn State head football coach that was installed at Beaver Stadium in the year 2001, but it was removed in 2012 after the whole Jerry Sandusky child sexual abuse scandal.
Correct.
How does this guy find out?
How does he find out? I don't know. He has sources. He has people eliminated. I don't know how we find
It
that.
seems really sus.
So that's one suggestion. I can't say that I would care much about that one, but we're just getting started. Anyone, the Joper, would you watch and listen to where
No.
the? Okay.
No.
Who is the Minnesota Vikings player Lizzo sang about?
Stephon Diggs is what most people say.
Really?
That's the next suggestion as to what this Pablo Torre guy could find out.
I would love to know that.
Now, if you don't remember, in September of 2019, a gal called Lizzo had the #1 single in America. It was called Truth Hurts. It was nominated.
When they gotta be great.
You know that one?
I love that song.
Janelle, Truth Hurts by Lizzo. Sing a little bit of it to us.
Well, the only line I do remember is "New man on the Minnesota Vikings."
That's the only one I remember too.
I never heard the song, but it got her an award or two, this Lizzo. So it's famous because it references an unknown NFL player. Here it is right here. Janelle just said it. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. To this day, the identity of the dude remains a mystery. One of the early prime suspects was Stephon Diggs. He denies that. Here's what we know so far. According to BET, Lizzo said this Minnesota Viking was in my DMs. We were chatting. We were texting. We went on a date ski. She said the man is from Detroit.
Well, that would narrow it down, you'd think.
There you go.
So what about that one?
Is he from Detroit?
Who?
Stephon Diggs?
I have no idea.
I thought he was like a Maryland guy or East Coast guy.
That's close enough.
He seems like the type that would own it if he thought, or and then knew if he knew it was about him.
Well, we know he's with, or at least impregnated a pop star, so maybe he's got a type. Wouldn't be surprised.
Would that one get your attention if this Pablo Torre was
No.
able to fight? You don't care?
Yes, Not really. No. I care.
Okay,
I
some
wanna
do,
know.
some. Randy's giving it the Jay Cutler treatment.
Yeah, I mean, that would be anticlimactic, right? I mean, if all of a sudden it's like, no, it's this guy, like, oh, okay. I mean, what's the big build-up?
It's like a third-string defensive back.
I'll just wait for the headline. I don't think I need to listen to a whole podcast and investigation.
Yeah, that's a good point. I could just use one sentence.
That's all I need.
How about where is the Kirk Gibson home run ball? You know, the legendary home run in the 1988 World Series hit by Kirk Gibson off of Dennis Eckersley that won the Dodgers Game 1 of the series, ended up sweeping the series. That ball has never been recovered. I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
So the fan who caught the ball never.
Here's the thing, Randy
sold it
Shaver.
or held on to
The
it.
ball went into the right field stands, never been recovered. Nobody knows what happened to it.
Wow.
Somebody just took it home and put it on their mantle.
Philly's Karen.
Oh,
That's who it is.
She chewed some people out.
She did.
I'm curious about that one.
I would have some interest in that.
Was Baron Davis abducted by aliens? Former NBA player Baron Davis.
I'd listen to that podcast.
Without a doubt.
I love this kind of stuff.
Now I'm getting you. Okay. Pablo Torre, again, he has a website called Pablo Torre Finds Out, and awfulannouncing.com is trying to suggest some different things he should find out for us. Former NBA player Baron Davis, who's now in the movie business. He's an actor and a producer. I didn't know that. 12 years ago, he claims he was abducted by aliens while driving in a motor vehicle from Las Vegas to Los Angeles. He says he saw a bright light and was suddenly being poked and prodded by aliens. He eventually says he wound up at an In-N-Out burger.
Huh. Could be worse.
No, that's a script he was writing.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like maybe he just got busted for a DUI or something. All of a sudden there was red and blue flashing lights behind me.
Literally.
Davis says he's telling the damn truth and he's going to write a book about it.
There you go.
I'll
Told you
go
it was a
along with that.
script.
I mean, I'd like to hear that story in its entirety. Well, here's one that I'm all in on. Absolutely all in. If Pablo Torre or any other swinging D did a television, I don't know how to find a podcast, but if they did a television, I would absolutely want to know what's the latest with Steve Bartman.
Yeah, this is the one that interested me the most, too.
Mm-hmm.
That guy got screwed over.
It's been 22 years since Steve Bartman and the foul ball incident in the Chicago Cubs NLCS Game 6 against the Florida Marlins. He's never spoken publicly about what happened, what his life is like afterwards, immediately afterwards, or what it's like now. After the Cubs won their fluke World Series in 2016. Bartman received a World Series ring and issued a statement. He said, "I'm relieved and hopeful that the saga of my 2003 foul ball incident is over." So you guys, most of you already know how I feel about this one. He did absolutely nothing wrong that night. His life was ruined. He is owed everything by the city of Chicago or the Cubs or whoever wants to take responsibility.
He's being penalized for being the guy that can catch the ball the best. Because everybody around him was going for that ball.
And he didn't even
If he was
catch
a worse athlete, he'd be off the hook.
He didn't even catch it cleanly, but he was the one who... He should be given $100 million by the city of Chicago or the Cubs or somebody. That city ruined his life. He's owed whatever he wants. That's where I stand on that.
Yep.
Steve friggin' Barb. I would love to see a television show or a radio show where he talks about everything from that day to today. Poor bastard. God, that was a nightmare.
And all he did was caught the ball?
Well, he was amongst 4 or 5 people that
Even more
got in the
problem.
way of a foul ball.
And didn't some other guy even grab it? I don't remember if he even got the ball. I thought somebody behind him even grabbed it.
It's funny because, Josh, I don't even remember where the baseball ended up. Did he end up with the ball?
No, he didn't. I'm watching the video. Yeah, it looks like a guy behind him got it. You're right, Josh.
When it bounced, the dude behind him, I thought, grabbed it.
Oh, and then in the video, they just zoom in on him. That's so,
It was
poor
brutal.
guy. Oh.
The whole thing was brutal. People were threatening to kill him before he even left the ballpark. It was just ridiculous.
Oh, it's terrible.
Had to pick up. I've said it before. If I were Steve Bartman and the Cubs gave me a phone call after they won that series in 2016 and said, "Hey, we'd like to have you back. Let's squash all of our different, that whole, I'm sure they gave him some phony-ass phone call, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have played nice. I would have played nice and said, boy, let's say the Cubs would have invited me to come out on the ball field and throw out a first pitch, right? I would have played nice and said, well, that's just an honor. I'm happy to go back to Wrigley Field. I would have got on that microphone. I would have said things in that microphone that would have put me in jail. I would have said, this entire city and state can kiss my ass. I would have gotten up into the stands, and I would have punched an elderly person. I would have said, you were probably there that night, you son of a bitch. Pop!
I would punch an elderly person.
And knock the ball cap off a little kid's head.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
None of that would have happened if they'd have won Game 7.
No, of course not. No.
Yeah.
What is this guy? Landscaper Jesus. He wasn't catching that ball. What do you mean by that? Get back to me. He wasn't catching that
Do you mean the player?
Oh, maybe he means the right fielder. Left fielder, Moises Alou.
Right.
Right. My Cleveland Browns are reportedly set to make a quarterback change before they play the Vikings on Sunday. Yeah. They're going to bench living legend Joe Flacco and start a rookie by the name of Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
In their stupid game in London that starts at
against
stupid
the Vikings to make his NFL debut. So,
where'd he come from? Dylan Gabriel.
I think he was in Oregon.
Oh.
Yeah. Oregon, yeah.
He was in a lot of schools.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kid's like 26.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco wasn't doing very well.
That's the story of college football now. Yeah, he's at Mankato State. That's the story of college football. If you're not playing multiple schools, you're not doing it right.
Well, follow the money, baby.
That's right.
So Joe Flacco wasn't doing very well. They're going to try this Dylan Gabriel.
That's kind of unfair for Joe Flacco. I mean,
I'll never give up on Joe Flacco.
He was doing fine.
2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Yeah. I mean, considering what Cleveland has
right.
Offensively.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to kill the guy.
Yeah.
Randy, he's 62 years old.
Well, then if you don't want to kill him, he shouldn't be in the. He shouldn't be in the.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you want to put a guy, let him be a mentor and a backup. He can't run. I watched him. He can't go nowhere.
No, he can't. He's not going to outrun anybody.
And that line, you could put some young legs back there because that line of scrimmage is not being held.
But they have a great defense, and they have an outstanding running back. This rookie out of Ohio State is really good.
Yep.
And they, even with this Dylan Gabriel, they can beat the Vikings on Sunday.
Well, it looks right now like anybody could beat the Vikings.
Right.
Yep.
And then some are saying if this Dylan Gabriel guy struggles, maybe we'll see a Deion
No,
Sanders
they're
kid.
not going to bring Sanders out there.
Why wouldn't they
That's
bring
not
up
gonna-
Deion Sanders kid?
Because they won't.
Why won't
They
they?
would let Gabriel play a few games first.
Yeah, and Flacco.
Well, yeah,
will
that's what
back
they
up
mean. If he
Gabriel.
struggles, they'll bring in
Flacco will come back in.
Well, we'll see about that.
He's
Lamar.
Shedeur Sanders is getting ripped on pretty hardcore now that Lamar Jackson's injured. Wondering if he would change his mind. He didn't want to get drafted by the Ravens because he didn't want to be behind him.
Oh.
So now people are saying maybe that was a dumb choice.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shedeur Sanders said to the Baltimore Ravens, "Don't draft me."
Supposedly, yeah.
Well, what the hell is that? Yeah, Lamar Jackson could be out for a few weeks.
Well, apparently 29 other teams didn't want to draft him either.
That's correct.
I like that Shedeur Sanders. I think you guys are dicks.
Again, Nick and I agree. We all watched the kid play in college, and I think not a single person had that kid nowhere slated to go anywhere outside of the second round. Nobody. Not a single. And everybody watched him.
There you go.
Bring a 1-11 team to, they went to 9-3 in a bowl game. And Colorado hadn't won nothing. Nothing. And he had 3 receivers get drafted and won a Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, I don't get it. And no one knew who Dylan Gabriel was. I like that kid. He's a good lefty. He's got a nice, he's got a nice arm.
I'm with you, see Willi Myles.
But I mean, let's not trash the kid because everybody knows that's what that is.
Give him a shot.
There are some teams that should have drafted him. You're
Absolutely. They should have. They passed up and like New Orleans.
With needs. Yep.
Oh, by the way, see Willi Myles.
Yes, sir. What did I do?
Someone gifted us a Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Get out of here.
After
little
your
game.
conversation last week.
Hello.
A couple weeks ago, we were talking about the toys we enjoyed playing with as kids, and C. Willi Myles said he used to play Rock'em Sock'em robots, and by damn, a listener sent us the box. It has not been assembled yet, which is a pain in the ass. Thanks for nothing, listener.
What?
We'll have to assemble this and have a spirited game. Randy, did you play Rock'em Sock'em?
I certainly did.
Thanks
You bet I did.
very much to a listener named Linda.
Thanks, Linda. Bring back my childhood trauma memories.
Linda. Listen, Linda.
She wrote a long note.
Linda.
Ashley, that was great.
Linda!
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. You're not listening to me.
Wasn't that Arthur, the movie Arthur with Dudley Moore, Liza Minnelli's character? Wasn't her name Linda? Remember when he goes looking for Linda at her she lives with her dad and the encounter that Arthur has with her dad? Funniest movie ever made, Arthur, Dudley Moore.
Boy, that guy can play a drunk. That's for sure.
I don't think he was acting.
Well, that might make sense because he was very convincing.
Dudley
Funniest movie ever made, hands down.
Love Dudley Moore.
All right, how about this? A college band announcer. That's the first time I've ever had to say that out loud. You go to a college football game when the bands take the field, there's a specific announcer who introduces them. I wasn't aware.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at
It was
least
just the same person that does everything else.
I don't know. At least in this particular case, a football game between Alabama State and Florida A&M. The game was at Florida A&M. A college band announcer got on the mic to introduce both marching bands at halftime, and a lot of folks are pissed off at this guy for body shaming the opposite school's dance team. So Alabama State playing at Florida A&M. Alabama State brought along not only their marching band, but their popular plus-sized dance team called the Honeybees.
Honeybees.
You know them?
Absolutely.
Because you're
My
in
sister
Alabama.
went to Alabama State.
Pardon me?
My sister went to Alabama State.
And the Honeybees have been a thing for
years.
Okay.
I love that name.
And it's really like a plus-sized thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are dope.
Word. Some bigger
Right.
gals.
So like that's you have to be plus size to be on it. You're saying?
Yeah. They got regular, but then they got the plus size. 'Cause they come out and they do competitions and everything. They're awesome.
Yeah. That's what I hear. That's what I read this morning is they put on a terrific show.
Yeah.
The Honeybees are a plus-sized dance team. Some bigger gals, and there ain't a damn thing wrong with that.
No.
So while introducing the Honeybees, this band announcer by the name of Joe Bullard took an unnecessary shot at them. He congratulated them on their performance and said they're now the new face of Ozempic.
Congratulate them. They're now the new face of Ozempic.
I don't think it went over as well as he thought it was going to.
Listen to that.
That is a disgusting thing to say.
That's trash.
Listen to that crowd.
Yeah.
It seems a bit unnecessary.
Oh my gosh, these girls are very
It's
impressive.
just trash. They are. I mean, if you watch them, they do things that little girls can't do. They be getting down. They can dance.
Yeah,
man.
seriously. Oh my
Well, that's
god.
all HBCU schools. Their marching bands and their dance lines are epic. That's what they're known for.
What is HBCU?
Historical black colleges and universities.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, yeah, they put on a great show. This guy wanted to be a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lose his job.
Yeah.
Man.
Should.
What the hell?
You don't say stuff like that out loud.
I mean, what the hell are you doing?
On a mic in front of people.
Oh, I'm obsessed with watching these girls dance now.
I know, you'll get hooked on it. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. You be like, oh my God, look at him. Oh, then the next video comes up. Oh my God.
Awesome.
And there's the one girl, I want to say her name is Michelle. She's the one that they'll put out. She'll go out and do a solo, and she is absolutely dynamite.
Oh, man. I don't know. That guy, he screwed the pooch right there.
It's too bad.
The hot chick on the internet gimmick is still working for that Paige Spiraniranak gal.
She's something else.
Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder.
Oh, yeah.
Aware, yes.
Very aware.
Super aware.
I'm looking at it right now.
I awared twice yesterday.
Paige Spiraniranak, she's the hot chick on the internet, and she's also a professional ski jumper or something like that. What does she do?
She's a golfer.
She golfs.
Oh, a golfer.
That's funny, dude. I completely forgot for a second, too.
Doesn't matter.
Does she do?
Is she a pretty good golfer?
No clue.
Yeah.
Is she really?
She is, actually.
She played in college.
I know that's kind of her gimmick. I didn't know
Yeah,
if she was
I
actually
know
good.
some girls that played in
What
college.
was that tennis player that got all that? She was getting all the money back in the 90s. Come on,
Oh,
Randy.
yeah. She was good
And never
looking.
won anything.
I want to say she played at either Arizona or Arizona State, though, so that's no joke.
Are you talking about Monica Seles?
No.
She was hot, but never won
Blonde
any.
never won anything.
She was the Russian girl.
Yes.
Anna Kournikova.
Yes.
That's her.
Kournikova.
She was on all the talk shows. She was just beautiful, but she got on the court and just got beat down.
Oh, she wasn't any good at it, huh?
Oh, I thought she was.
Was
She's
she
not,
the
huh?
one we had the audio of her screaming her ass off whenever
think
she'd
so,
hit the
yeah.
tennis?
No, that's Celis.
Yeah, that's Monica
It is?
Seles.
I think
She
she had
was a
one good
beast.
run at Wimbledon, and it made her famous.
Right.
Well, one of them would just scream
That's
Yeah.
Monica.
Well, that's a lot of them right now. But
bloody murder whenever she made contact with the tennis ball and her opponents would complain about it. We played the audio for years.
Monica Seles was an absolute beast.
I thought that was the
liked
Russian
her.
gal.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, I think
No.
it's Monica Celis.
Oh, maybe you guys are
Anna
friggin'-
Kournikova never made a sound.
Really?
She was getting beat. She didn't have to hit it hard. Most of her matches was over like 2-love, 2-love.
Well, we'll have to look this up. I still think it was the Russian gal. Anyway, Paige.
That might be the new Russian gal.
It could have been the new Russians. Paige, the professional golfer, internet gal. Pay attention to this, Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder, because I know this gal has your fly going up and down like a window shade. She posted a picture yesterday where she's wearing her first Halloween costume of the season. She's going to do it.
Boy.
Here's what she says. It's that time of year again. 31 costumes in 31 days. All new costumes, no repeats from the last 2 years. Her very first costume, tell me if I'm mistaken, Cubby, it appears to me she's dressed as Velma from the Scooby-Doo variety show.
She is, and she does it well.
This is very impressive to me that she can have this many costumes and have no repeats. Like, she's going to run out eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it going to get really stupid where I'm a squirrel, now I'm a rat, now I'm a cat, now I'm a bat, now I'm...
It started well.
This is impressive.
Matter?
She'll run out of rhymes.
It matters to
eventually.
me, Randy. I want cool costumes.
Well, no, of course it doesn't matter. Ashley makes a good point. She's 31 different costumes in the next 31 days is how you say it.
Good for her.
No repeats from the last 2 years?
Yeah, she's already ran through 62 of these. I find it very impressive.
I'm a pencil, I'm a chair, I'm a chalkboard, I'm a it's going to get stupid.
Let it get stupid. That's okay.
Yeah, take a look at this first one. I mean, she's starting out. If she can keep this up, my word.
Here.
I'm a pube. I'm a toothbrush. I'm an ear. I'm an ear. I'm a sexy ear.
Like, this must be exhausting for her, too.
No,
Having
I think
to dress
she's got
up
people.
every day.
She got people.
Oh, yeah,
Almost
true.
fun.
She's not going out to, like,
Right.
Spirit Halloween buying her own
Right.
costumes.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, taking those pictures every day, and that
She's
just
not
seems
going to Goodwill
exhausting.
to pick up these outfits.
I'm a thumb. I'm a crumb. I'm a bum. Well, who is this?
Who'd you say it was?
That's Monica Seles.
Maria Sharapova.
Sharapova.
Oh, is that Sharapova?
Yeah. And that sounds like Venus Williams on the other screen.
Jesus, that's aggressive.
It
what
is.
the hell is this? Oh, it was too
Brad.
much.
That's Brad.
Too much for Brad.
Oh, Brad.
That was John McEnroe.
Poor
no.
Brad.
Sexy Halloween costume. Some gals gravitate towards that style.
I've heard that before.
That's the way to go.
Oh, people are saying she has done the Velma before. It's a repeat, Ashley. Does
That's
that make you feel
what
better?
I thought. Okay. Wow.
course.
Because when I looked it up, I was like, well, there's other photos.
Well, that just ruined it for me.
That's not. Oh, I bet.
Nothing ruins it for you, Brad.
I
Nothing.
actually, I bet she posted a picture from last year because technically it starts today. So
right.
she was probably just teasing what she did in the years past.
She could be pooing in her hand and it wouldn't ruin it for Brad.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. She's a smart woman.
I'm a turd. I'm a bird. I'm the word. Come on.
A few years ago, my wife and I dressed up for Halloween. We generally don't, but we had a whole bunch of kids in our neighborhood. So my wife, this is hilarious. My wife dressed up, I dressed up as a Star Trek, but it was James Avery because I couldn't be Kirk, obviously. So it was James Avery. That's But anyway, so he was the black guy in Star Trek.
All right.
Yes, we understood that.
Okay, I just wanted to get out there because I don't know a lot of listeners probably don't even know something.
Yeah.
But anyway, at the end of the day, my wife went as a nun. And she had the whole habit on and hobbit or whatever you call that.
Yeah, that's a couple's costume for sure.
Right. And my wife was dancing the door, and everybody, all the kids knew what I was, and they go, well, what are you?
Oh,
and she was dressed as a nun.
Oh, boy. Yeah, well.
And it was hilarious.
Oh, I guess,
and she was just like, I'm a nun. One kid went, nun what?
I was a nun last year, but I bet our costumes were a little bit different.
I bet it was.
Well, you don't know.
You're a sexy nun, weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We're running really late here. It's my fault. I lost track of time, but I want to cover one more thing before we go. Randy Shaver, we need to get folks to swing by the YZ American Legion again because we got a new way to raise some money for Randy Shaver's Cancer Research Fund. We're calling it Freeze Out Cancer. We've got a Freeze Out Cancer meat raffle coming up at the YZ Legion. Swing by the joint now. Tickets are $10. To get in on this raffle where you can win a $600 freezer from Warner's Stellian, an $800 Butcher's Deli gift card. Butcher's Deli located in Victoria.
That's my husband's customer. He got in on this.
Oh, did he?
Yep,
Awesome.
Swanson Meats.
Swing by the Legion. $10 gets you a ticket. And again, it's going to be a raffle drawing on November 2nd.
Yep.
And someone's going to win the $600 freezer from Warner's Stellian, $800 Butcher's Deli gift card. Couple of drawings, too, for $100 Butcher's Deli gift cards. And the gift cards are provided in partnership with Swanson Meats. So November 2nd is the date of the drawing during the Vikings game, during halftime. Randy will be there drawing the winning ticket. Our new little push here for folks to help out the Randy Shaver Cancer Research Fund.
Butcher's Deli is absolutely amazing, too. If you've never been there, they're fantastic. They also do like actual burgers, like actual food there too, and it is
really
phenomenal.
Nice.
I imagine Paige Spiranak will be a burger at one point or another.
Probably.
God, I hope so.
We'll be giving you lots of heads-ups on this between now and November 2nd, but I wanted to make sure we squeeze it in before we get the hell out of here. Thanks, Randy. Thanks, Brad.
You bet.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.
The Half-Assed Morning Show.
Minnesota's 93X.
Yeah, I don't know why he says that so angrily. Welcome back to the effing Programski, and we've got our closest pals to keep us company this morning, Janel Klein and Willi Myles. You two almost make this gig bearable.
I think it's Janelle.
Janelle's microphone, again, is not working, and we can't figure this out. Turn the thing up. Hello?
Hello?
There you
Hey,
are.
look at that.
Shout your ass off, Janelle.
Does it sound low?
Yeah, sorry.
Janelle has the junior varsity microphone this morning. So, thanks, both of you, for stopping by. You know, Smashley's got a brand new urchin, a brand new baby boy, that she just narrowly avoided having out of wedlock.
Yeah, just within like a couple of months.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was planned.
It was a close one.
It was planned.
That's why we got married.
Ashley,
Just
do you
kidding.
need any help from us so far in raising this child, or do you think you and your husband have a handle on it?
I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Don't be
seems to
afraid
be-
to ask.
He seems to be doing better than average, actually.
Do we collectively get the chance to be the cool work uncle and aunts?
Oh, of course.
this, what do you think about that, Cubby, being like the cool...
That's my dream this whole time.
Well,
She even got me a T-shirt that says honorary uncle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, one of my favorite shirts.
You were the most excited person about, how do I say this? You were more excited about this baby than I think Ashley was.
Probably for a little while. Yeah, I was almost weirdly excited. I don't know
Yeah.
why I was so... I looked at it like I was going to be a grandfather or something. I don't know. I got in my head. I was very excited, for sure.
Okay. So you're giving us the green light. You'd allow us to kind of be the cool uncles and aunts to this child. At least I hope we can be cool.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I was just reading something, tips on how we could become the fun uncles, aunts for Ashley's little baby boy. A lot of the tips are kind of boring, except for a couple of them. One would be tell the kid wild stories. Well, we've got wild stories around here. We do. Maybe you don't want the kid to hear all of them right away. Maybe you want him to wait a little bit before he hears some of these stories. But I think we got that covered.
He already listens to the show every morning with Dad, so.
Okay.
Wow.
The other one that really grabbed me was a cool, fun uncle or fun aunt will teach a child a skill. And I was kind of wondering what all of us might be able to provide as far as teaching a kid. I mean, of course, we could joke around and say beer drinking and things like that.
Can you teach him how to drum? That would be so sweet.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's perfect, actually.
I mean, I'm no Neil Peart or Josh, go ahead, Alex Van Halen, give me another John Bonham. That would be kind of fun because you and your husband might hate it.
Absolutely, they will.
That would be fun for me.
Kid gets inspired at 3 o'clock in the morning. He gets a beat in his head, and he just gets up and starts banging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe the dirtiest look I ever got from my brother, and we've been rivals since the day we came out to shoot. Maybe the dirtiest look my brother ever gave me was when I gifted his little boy a drum set for Christmas. Whoa.
Yeah, I've heard that that's a dirty move.
Dude.
I didn't realize that kind of thing pissed people off before I had kids. I mean, I never really cared. But, yeah, if you get them a toy that's loud, folks would be enraged that you did something like that.
Oh, I've gifted my niece a lot of things that I feel like just kind of disappeared one night in the middle of the night without her knowing, you know? They ended up in the dumpster.
That's awesome. My brother-in-law, his little girl turned 2 not too long ago, and we gifted her or them like a kid's version of a bird call So it has like a bunch of different animal noises
Oh, and
it
it's
makes.
just constant, right? Is that what happened? The kid just would not stop.
It's great.
I don't know how some of you do it. I don't know how you have the patience for some of that stuff. But, yeah, I think my brother's son was 3 or something. And I think I may have heard a friend of mine said, knowing my relationship with my brother, how we kind of get a little pissy with each other now and again, a buddy of mine suggested, he said, you want to piss your brother off, get that kid a drum set. And when he unwrapped that damn thing, my brother looked at me like, I'll kill you where you stand. You son of a-" So, I mean, that's not a bad... Josh, you could be the guy that teaches this kid techie stuff.
Yeah, nobody wants to learn that, though.
They don't?
Yeah,
I think so.
Kids these days? I thought kids these days were all about techie stuff.
Well, usually, I mean, the stuff they're into is totally different. I mean, teaching a kid bad words is kind of fun.
Well, yeah.
Or how to give the finger.
Oh, my dad's pumped about that. He loves teaching kids how to swear.
It is adorable.
I loved,
Absolutely.
when I was little, I loved hanging out with my dad's buddies because my brother and I learned all the great stuff way before anyone else at our school, way before. We were breaking new ground at our elementary school. What do you got, Janel Klein? What kind of skill set do you bring if Ashley wanted you to be the fun aunt that would teach her child something?
It's a short list, as you guys know. Not a great athlete.
No.
I can't sing. Like, no musical talent.
You can't, like, sit there and watch movies with them. Well, you
Right.
could be. It'd be new to both of you.
Right, exactly. Maybe that's what I would have to do. Maybe your son could teach me a few things.
That'd be fun. You guys could experience movies for the first time together, like the classics.
This one's called Porky's.
Oh.
But there is something cool about being even the legitimate fun aunt or uncle. We're talking about being like the work aunt or uncles. There is something so fun about it because when the hits the fan, you can walk away.
Yep.
Time to go.
I
Kids
love
crying.
being an aunt.
That's what my uncle always said. He's like, I get the fun stuff, and as soon as you guys start to suck, I'm out.
Soon that kid will be old enough to be a problem, though.
Yeah.
And
Well,
start.
he's already a little bit of a problem.
Like start throwing temper tantrums and all that kind
Get
of.
an attitude.
See Willi Myles, a father. Which of your kids created the most trouble when they
My
were
son.
little? Your son?
Yeah.
Temper tantrums?
Yeah, my oldest, yeah. Kid was, he wasn't, not temper tantrums, just questioned everything, you know. He's one of them kids, you know, and you know, when you got to put him in his place, like, all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like we're like, because I said so.
Yeah. Because I said so.
Right. And then sometimes I would walk in his room, he would ask, I'm not taking any questions right now. Not at this time.
I love that.
And he would just look at me like he did not understand it. But my daughter, she's like me. Like, when I was a kid, I had 9 older sisters. So I learned. And so my daughter learned from what he did that didn't work. She did the opposite.
Smart.
And just but he was like that all
Bullheaded?
the way. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stubborn and bullheaded.
The problem with my son was he was good looking.
Uh-oh.
And he got away with so much at school and around his friends and stuff. His chum, but it didn't work on me. It's like, you only good looking because I made good choices with your mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, this didn't just happen. You know, it was thought out by me.
What does he do now? Is he in a job that he argues and questions stuff?
No, he's out in he's in Seattle.
Oh.
He works in Seattle, yeah. And he works, he does, I don't know. He works for a big construction firm. They do a lot of military bases, Boeing, all that kind of stuff. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So he's still a good-looking guy, but it just, you know what I mean? It's just, but I don't have to worry about it no more. It's not my problem.
Soon Ashley's kid will become old enough to be a problem. Talking about little kids, Smashley now has one of her own. We came around to rapping about how right now that little baby is just a little baby. Josh has said it before. They're stupid. Little babies are stupid.
They don't give you much.
They don't even know, they don't even understand what the hell's going on. But soon enough that kid's going to be old enough to start trouble with you. Temper tantrums, this and that kind of a thing. In front of me, parents online cut loose with some of the most ridiculous meltdowns their children ever had. Can you think, before I get into it, can you think of one that you had? You were a little kid, you blew up, you went nuts, you this, that kind of a thing? Anybody?
Oh, I had plenty of meltdowns.
I did it all the time as well.
I don't remember specifically why I would melt down, but I do remember what the way I would punish my parents is I would go on like a food strike.
Oh.
So I'd say, I'm not going to eat dinner.
Yeah.
And I'd sit. I remember I would sit by my bedroom door so that they couldn't get into my bedroom. And they're like,
block the door.
All right, kid. Yeah, sure. And it felt like I was doing this for like hours and hours, and I was really sticking it to them, but it was probably like 2 hours at max.
I remember you bringing up your hunger strikes before.
What was I doing?
I would just get really, really pissed off about something. And it wasn't a I didn't get what I want type of a thing. I wasn't that type of a kid. I wasn't a me, I need, I want kind of a kid. But just something would piss me off, and I'd make sure the whole friggin' neighborhood knew about it. I would go wild, screaming, and it was just a tornado of noise. Janel Klein, you always been a cool character. Were you the type of kid that ever had a meltdown?
Yeah, I can't remember any.
Of course you didn't.
Yeah. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
I don't know.
Josh, you mentioned you had a temper when you were a kid and you'd fight now and again.
Yeah, I never had a meltdown at home. I was too scared of my dad. But I thought of a couple from my youngest. Actually, my wife texted to help me with this. Your godson.
More importantly, my godson.
He had a meltdown when he found out wrestling was predetermined. I mean, he was bawling when he found out the WWE wasn't legit fighting.
I feel that. That's a tough day for any man.
He just really had a meltdown. And then there was another, it was weird. My wife, for the majority of the time, she works at a gym, her hair's in a ponytail, almost always. So anytime she put her hair down, when he was a baby, he would freak out. Because maybe he didn't recognize her or what.
Oh, sure.
And even when he got a little bit older where he could talk, he'd tell, put it in a ponytail. He just didn't like her with their hair down. So there's a couple weird meltdowns there.
He's like, you look bad like that.
Yeah, he hates
You ran hot, didn't you, Dana?
I did. Most of mine wasn't so much at home. It was on the ball field, on the basketball court or the soccer field. That's where a lot of my meltdowns would happen.
My behavior was pretty bad on the ball field as well.
Right. A lot of long, awkward, silent car ride homes. The type of car rides, though, we're not mad. We're disappointed. You just embarrassed us. That type of thing.
I would often just deliver the most disgusting cheap shot you had seen all season long. There was a boiling point, and then someone had to have, the butt end of my stick in their Adam's apple. Yeah. It was horrible. My mother was so ashamed of me. Here are some of these meltdowns from online folks. Parents talking about the most ridiculous reasons their kid threw a tantrum. This parent says, school was over, and that was completely unacceptable to my 4-year-old. He straight up starfished himself on the sidewalk. So the entire school had to step over him as he screamed about how he does not want to go home. I don't want to go home. And he said, this parent said, it made me look like the worst parent in the world.
It makes you're probably wondering, or you're concerned that other parents are wondering, like, why doesn't that kid want to go home?
Right.
What did they do to him at home?
That's going to change for that kid. It's going to be the other way around. It's not always going to be, oh, no, school's over.
Were your kids too intimidated by you, see Willi Myles? Because you strike me as a kind of dad that, lays down the law. Were they too intimidated to act like that around you?
Absolutely.
They were?
Absolutely. I was the dad.
Okay.
It's funny. Dad.
It's so odd, though, how kids can just bust a spring out of nowhere. It can be very hilarious, actually, personally speaking. But I like that. I like even fully grown adults when they just completely give way. That can be a lot of fun for me.
Hot Mom Sheeza said her 5-year-old melted down hard last week because dinosaurs are dead. She was so excited to meet a dinosaur.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like that she put all caps hard.
All right,
Freaked
again,
out.
Parents talking about the most ridiculous reasons their kid threw a tantrum. I think you'll like this one. it's tough for me to say out loud, but I'm going to go ahead anyway. He dropped his booger in the driveway and couldn't find it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That reminds me of another one.
Awful.
Wanted to keep it.
Your godson once lost a booger, and he said, "My booger, my precious booger." He couldn't find it.
Oh, God, I almost... You know how you start to salivate a little bit
Yeah.
before you throw up?
Oh, I just thought of one kind of similar to that. When I was a little kid and, I'd pee in the toilet, I loved that the bubbles, it would make bubbles in the toilet. And then when the bubbles would go away, I'd get really sad.
Jesus Christ.
You're still like that, I've noticed. You linger a little bit
Yeah,
longer.
I do. I kind of watch and say goodbye to them. Goodbye, bubbles.
I'll check in on you from time to time.
Here's an uncle discussing his nephew's meltdown. My nephew told me that 7-Eleven is called that because it's open 7 hours a day, 11 days a week. I told him there aren't 11 days in the week, and he lost his mind. Dude finished off his text by saying, "Don't correct the toddler if it doesn't matter in the long run." That stuff is hilarious to me. A little kid saw a scene from SpongeBob where Patrick was upset because he couldn't see his own forehead. My son saw that episode, realized he couldn't see his own forehead, and had a meltdown.
Never thought of that before.
Yeah, buckle up, Ashley. This is your life now.
I love it, though. I mean, you have to be able to laugh at these kind of things.
I wonder what direction your kid will go in this department, because you run a little hot, but your husband doesn't seem to run that way.
Yeah, he seems very even keeled.
Yeah, he's very calm and he's very rational. He tries to get me to follow in his footsteps, and I have a very hard time doing that. If he's anything like me, we're screwed. For sure. Sorry.
You had a tough run for a while, but it's over now. You're a different person now.
Yeah. You've changed. That's for sure.
All right, we gots to go. But one more thing. I almost forgot. We also got on the topic of, what could we, me, Josh, Dana, C. Willie, Janel, what could we teach Ashley's baby if given some time, we're the cool work aunts and uncles. What could we teach your kid? What kind of skill? Josh said it's always fun to teach a kid how to swear, and there's no question about that.
I want to teach him how to drive.
See,
I'd love to do
that's
that.
a great skill.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
You are a terrific pilot of an automobile. You are. I think that'd be perfect for you. But anyway, you were joking around. I don't know, joking around or serious, Josh, it doesn't matter. You said it's fun to teach children to swear, and I agree. A listener texted in and said, my daughter is 2.5. Every time I catch myself from saying the F word, she fills it in for me.
That's awesome.
He'll say, what the f-? He'll stop himself, and then F will come out of the next bedroom.
Dude, that is so cool. I love when little kids swear.
Thanks, C. Willie and Janel Klein.
Thanks, you guys.
Sorry for the tech issues. We appreciate you guys coming in, as always. Today is Glorified Babysitter Jesus' Friday. Get married this weekend. Congrats to you. Good luck to our pal Warehouse Jesus going in for an interview this morning, and a shout-out to Oli. Happy belated birthday to Siding Jesus. Happy birthday to Ava and Dad, male Hucker Jesus. And a big old welcome to the newest member of the sisterhood, Aurora, born yesterday.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
You podcast listeners are smart. We say that all the time around here. Much more intelligent than your average listeners. That's why I know if you haven't already scheduled your furnace tune-up with my friends at Standard Heating and Air, you're going to do so soon. Appointments are booking up fast, so get something scheduled with Standard today. You can save $30 on a tune-up if you act fast. Keep a little walking around money in your pocket. Enjoy the show, pals, of the podcast, and schedule that tune-up today at standardheating.com.